Yeah, that's good. You mean that was made for what? The song, yeah. Apparently, Johnny can just be paid to be on any game, including cassette pieces. That is some crunch. Yes, yes. That's the whole point. I figured, what's a good way of celebrating 35 years of this, of our favorite Blue Rat? My answer was to, do the most cursed Sonic Generation stream possible. And, we're starting by me scrummaging around in my drawers to find my old, RCA cables for my 360, and I'm just gonna put it through the same adapter and just see what happens. It really is just like being back in 2007. Even using the Havoc engine, look. It's beautiful. Beautiful. Yeah, obviously it's good to hear his voice in high quality like that again. He also hasn't lost. Yeah, it is kind of crazy all things, because it also, because I basically 100% completed this like around when this came out. Unfortunately, also I thought I'd gone this to work. Oh, that's why I got rid of this. Only the most professional streaming content here. There we go. There we go. I almost forgot to put it on. Y'all gas money, there is no stuff. No, I just forgot to turn the sound back on because you were all complaining about the static. I'm double down on my fiending next deal to continue without saving. Anyways, yes. Here we are. It's beautiful. And I figure before we really get into this, I kind of want to wait for the opening animation to start, because I will admit, seeing it for the first time back when this game was announced, it was strangely beautiful in my eyes. You know, this was back before Santiago was globally despised, which is funny because he's basically come back in Crossworlds today even, and honestly, I'm fine with that. I figured he was gonna get added eventually, so makes sense. Also, oh, this really looks like an old YouTube video that you would have seen like back in 2008. Ready? In your face! Like seeing Santiago there for the first time, it really was just something to pull at the heartstrings. You know, back when it was a novel thing. Circa 2009, baby! We're back! Looks like a Burger King commercial. Yeah, we're gonna continue without saving because I basically detached my hard drive so I don't save over my old save file. We're just gonna keep going until I decide to stop, which is probably gonna be the end. Anyways, let's get started. Brightness setting. Look how menacing this is. I'm thinking around, just around the middle should be fine. Hints display, you know, we're just gonna go for all this stuff. We're just gonna have Omocho here as well. They know what you... the station I'm not telling you. If people realize this classic Sonic model is beyond cursed. Yeah. It's like, this is definitely invoking something, seeing this particular gameplay in this format. It's invoking something. I'm not sure I like what it is, though. But yeah, we're here. In a Green Hill zone that actually looks good, unlike in Generations. Back when seeing Green Hill again was once again novel. It's like, we were such sweet summer children back then, weren't we? It's like, wow, Green Hill Zone looks amazing in this game. And then, little did we know, it would be a recurring thing in every single game afterwards. Much to our chagrin. But, you know, in terms of art style, at the very least, I feel this kind of nails it. It's like, I think a lot of people looked at this game, looked at its art style, and said, yes, this is what Sonic should look like, and then it just got progressively worse. I would be complaining about how Santiago here's jump feels really off, but honestly, just spamming the overpowered spin dash is still fun in itself. And I can play before, not going to complain too much here, but I don't like how massive everything is in compared to Santiago. Well, it's supposed to be an indication of how Sonic has grown over the years. This looks like the start of a YouTube poop. It's probably nothing. This game did the modern seconds really good, and the future games did not do that style of gameplay. Irritates the living daylights out of me. Yeah, irritates me too. It's like, we're right here, man. It's like, after this game came out, I was like super happy and thought, you know what? If we continue along this trajectory, I think Sonic's gonna be a good place, and then he just didn't.
Hey guys, what's going on? You having a party or something? Surprise!
It's like 15-year-old cake. Hope you're hungry, yum yum. It's been out for 15 years. It's a miracle it's even edible. Finally, let's do something else. That concerns me as well. Also, look, the cutscene is actually normal this time around.
Yeah, right. Happy birthday, Sonic. Hope you like this.
Your birthday was 15 years ago, you blue idiots.
Like it? I love it.
I mean, now we're gonna get into the interesting part, because I decided to do this one instead of the 2024 version, because obviously I haven't played this one yet. Plus, I think I prefer the writing because it isn't just Reference City.
What's it doing?
Even if it isn't exactly that great. The cake is just tailored building material. Well, so much for it, right? Also, look at all of these characters, which you definitely hated in Sonic 06. That's why they're going on the sidelines for the rest of time. For like the next, like 10 years. Can't talk, Tails. Trying to get my blue beauty sleep. I'm old, you know. We'll reference City as a location in the next Sonic game. Now I'm just imagining that, like, memory store from Doctor Strange Mom. I hate it.
Where am I?
I'm not expecting him to run to Morpheus at any point. Welcome to our loading program. Well, I do appreciate at the very least that this game, at the very least, allows you to use 4x3, even though I'm fairly certain nobody has actually played this game in 4x3 before. I'm fairly certain someone with, like, a banged up old CRT did, but, it's like a trip down memory. Wonder what's that place over there? That's definitely my favoriteest place in the world. That keeps cropping up everywhere like some kind of fungus. Imagine if that was the case, that Green Hill is just this, like, blight land, which infects everything it touches. It's like all the, like, checkerboard patterns grow over everything like a fungus. Anyways, here we go. Again, don't expect, like, stellar gameplay from me. It's been, like, ages since I played this. Fluff you and fluff your mother, your sister and your brother. Get the fluff out of my way, I'm a hedgehog. So fluff you. I don't think anybody actually remembers that particular video, but whatever, we're here. Moosh. It's so surreal as well, because it's like these levels, even nowadays, still play really, really well. It's like, I feel there's a reason that people go back to, like, a certain handful of games in this series, like constant like this, the classic games, particularly like Sonic 1 and CD, SA2, trying to think of some others, probably not Frontiers. You missed that boost ring, would have started immediately a better run than I. Oh, it's like, relax. Again, this is like casual. This is a celebration. It's not a speed run. I will say, though, in terms of boost levels, this one definitely does give off a good impression. Oh, so yeah, we're just going to be going until the end, presumably. Get ready for another 6-hour stream, baby. Woo, my sleep schedule is a wreck. I'm not gonna sleep tonight. We shall party into the late hours of the night, except we have no alcohol. I celebrate by speedrunning. I mean, I know that's sort of the point, but part of me kind of feels that the vast majority of people who play this series don't actually get into speedrunning. That's why Sonic 1's so unpopular. It's like, what game would people rather play? Like a Sonic game or Mario 64? I wonder. We keep beating all this today? Well, what better way to celebrate, right? Plus, it'll be kind of awkward trying to squeeze this in with Deltarune and Sonic Rivals, so... I'm gonna be doing my very best. Dear God, yep. Obviously, we're not going for all the missions, we're just going for story. Even so, 6-hour stream, baby!
Thanks, Sonic. I thought I was dead, floating without a body in a black limbo. Ugh.
There's nothing after death, Sonic, it's just the eternal void. What's a void? 4+ hours it? Love it.
Is it me, or is that place we were just in awfully familiar?
I know, I feel the tongue-in-cheek approach here is like, this looks familiar. It just feels so much more nuanced compared to, well, except for this.
No stranger than rescuing genies in magic books or saving aliens in an interstellar amusement park.
Implying that Secret Rings is canon, I hate it. What's a void? X-Def would be very pleased to inform you.
Over there in the distance, like buildings, but they look weird.
Yeah, there's like, this looks familiar. I feel it's a lot more endearing nowadays, especially compared to Flynn's writing. I don't think I'm going to be complaining about it too much. Hopefully not.
Said soon. I thought you already left.
Tails, why are you talking? And why are your eyes blue? I'm going to complain to SEGA about this. Tails' eyes aren't supposed to be frickin' blue. Santiago just goes into a games shop and pepper sprays some poor innocent employee. Anyways, I decided to go for this one because, yep, you can now switch between the songs, even though they just teleport and yet none of them even notice. Yeah. Fortunately enough, with, you just Sega Mega Drive control from the... Alright. I almost forgot. Skill shop. Give me my... Of course, quadruple sevens. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna bother too much with the skills here. Just gonna move right on to Chemical Plant. Santiago, no. They have to learn. That's the only way we can make sure that Tails' eyes aren't blue anymore. By pepper spraying innocent bystanders trying to do their jobs. This fan base is so cursed, man, sometimes. The funny thing is that it feels like you rarely hear anything about that nowadays. It feels as though in terms of, like, this Sonic fans, you don't tend to hear much about that. I suppose lolcows like that are more sort of a dime a dozen. Not really worth talking about. Anyways, here we are. We've got old Chemical Plant, everybody's favorite. Oh boy, I sure do love automated boost pads. It's funny because this is basically the one level which basically... I keep saying basically. This is the level which essentially normalized automated high-speed sections in Sonic games. Like, everybody complains about it in, like, Adventure and Force and whatnot. Sonic 2 was the progenitor. And then it would just go on with Sonic 3 and Mania and Adventure. It's like, sure, stuff like Mania is solid enough games, but they don't necessarily feel like the best games to go back and replay. Unlike stuff like Sonic 1. Or so I've heard. I will admit, when it comes to Sonic 1, it's not one I tended to go back to much as a kid. Mostly just because, my second Sonic game ever was Sonic Advance. So I was kind of used to stuff from that game, like the Spin Dash. Ooh, Red Ring. That's like the only one we're going to be getting this playthrough. Yeah, I'm used to stuff like the Spin Dash and having a save feature, so naturally I gravitated towards Sonic 3, which is a shame because, I feel I probably should have gone more into Sonic 1. Sonic 1 is more replayable than Sonic 2. Well, yeah, it's more... I mean, sure, Sonic 1 isn't perfect with regards to its level design, because you got some certain problematic elements, like those moving platform sections in Marble Zone and Labyrinth Zone, obviously, everybody hates, rightfully so. But I'm thinking more sort of stuff like Marble Zone, where, sure, you have people complaining that you're just standing on moving platforms the whole time, but I suppose it's something I'll showcase whenever we do actually get to playing Sonic 1 properly. We found our disagree... Well then, it's gonna be interesting getting into this. Because I feel that, well, obviously I do still enjoy Sonic 2. I mean, not just... This isn't me poo-pooing Sonic 2 at all, well, maybe a little, just in regards to... It's not quite as replayable because it feels like most of it... You are just going through the motions with those automated speed sections. It's something that I've noticed as far back as playing through Mania. I'm noticing stuff like Press Garden Zone. You're going through a lot of those sort of loops on autopilot, like in Launch Base Zone from Sonic 3, and it's like... All I'm doing here is just holding down the... is holding down the D-pad. I'm not really engaging with the level anymore, it's just doing it for me. As opposed in Sonic 1, where it's like, sure, I could just ride this platform to the end, but there's a platform over there, so what if I jumped on it? Oh, I get by that section quicker. Sonic 1 is a game that's more so rewards mastery, as opposed to the later games, which are more sort of, I'm trying to think of the word. I don't want to say self-gratification, because I don't think that's the correct thing. It's more so, just going for that dopamine hit, where it's like, you get to go fast more often at the expense of less intricate and complex level design. Which, of course, would go on to be further expanded upon in Sonic Adventure, and then that would just basically become the DNA for the entire series up until, well, now. And I'm gonna be honest, given how popular Sonic 2 and 3 were, given that Sonic 2 is like the highest selling Sonic game of all time, it is kind of sad to see, but I don't think the more sort of intricate level design approach of Sonic 1 is gonna be making a comeback anytime soon, which is a shame. I guess people really do like their dopamine. I will say, though, I definitely do like the remix of Chemical Plant here. It really sort of reminds me a lot of one of Tails' levels from Adventure 2, which I'm guessing is sort of the point. Because I'm fairly certain this was Jun Senoi, still, back when he actually worked on this series. I mean, yeah, he did that one song with Nate Wants to Battle, which, again, hearing him on official Sonic stuff is still so surreal to me. It's like, first finding out that he did the song for the End of Frontier is like, wait, what? And now he's at it again with this new song, which, I'm gonna be honest, I still prefer Sonic Youth as sort of a celebratory Sonic song, but, you know, this is fine, it's fine. It's got some fun light motifs in there, like Seaside Hill. Like, for what it's worth, it's cool and all, I just prefer Sonic Youth. Nope, not making the grind rail. Run officially ruined, I'm gonna have to start all over again. I'm probably not the best person to articulate this, because I get the sense that most Sonic fans, I have the articulation of a bootleg Power Ranger, but hopefully I get my point across at least. Discovering my equivalent's opinions on Pocket. Saying a lot of general... Really? Well, by all means, you're free to express your thoughts in the chat. That's what it's there for.
Tails!
This chemical plant feels familiar.
I'd
never forget a smell like this. And that pink water makes me really
I will admit, despite the Pontac and graph writing, which I generally disdain, this sort of feels a little bit more in character for the cast, to be perfectly honest, because it's like, they've been on so many adventures that something like Chemical Plant would just sort of fade into white noise over time. The articulation of the bootleg... Well, yeah, that's basically it. When it comes to articulating points and trying to express what we want, it's like... I feel that a lot of Sonic fans, me included, sort of have an issue just finding the correct words. I suppose it's the curse of them getting into these games.
You saved me, Sonic.
Your wordsmithery,
Afraid I'd never be able to flirt with you
suffers
again.
as a result. I mean, in my opinion, I think Oris the Sun and Moon should become...
Wonderful.
I'm like so psyched to hang out with you, Sonic. Come and talk to me anytime. I really need to figure out a voice for Amy again. Well, that's chemical plant done. I should probably look to see, is there an options menu here? Do you have options? Oh, it's information pod, because I was hoping that I'd be able to, unlock subtitles. You know, I'm just gonna, from the last save up to this point. You know, we're just gonna keep going. We're just gonna keep going. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Let's just keep going then. I wonder who this knucklehead is supposed to be. Coming through. And, you know, knowing more of the context for a lot of these levels, going back and playing them during the time this came out, I do really get a lot more appreciation of something like Sky Sanctuary, though part of me does kind of wish it was more yellow. Like, I feel the geography here is a little bit too marble-like. It's not sort of got that super aged Lapita-esque look, which I do prefer. Well, at the very least, we still got the egg robos, which I imagine if we were playing as the Werehog would have like a bajillion health. I should really stop complaining. Sonic 1 has 2 total good zones, the green holes. Sonic 2 was designed in the way to fix the issue of Sonic 1 not having enough speedy zone. Well, that's sort of the point that I'm getting at, is that goes against the whole point we're supposed to wait for platforms and obstacles to clear. That's sort of what I'm getting at, though, is that parts of Sonic 1's replayability is that it's not so much focused on the automated speedy zones and more sort of mastery, so you aren't waiting around for platforms constantly. It's like I said, Marble Zone is sort of the perfect example of that, where, yes, there is a lot of waiting around for platforms, but if with enough sort of mastery of the level, you can find ways to bypass that waiting around for platform stuff and really sort of get mileage out of, It's a more rewarding game to speedrun, is what I'm trying to get at. It's more rewarding. Whereas I feel that Sonic 2 was more sort of a, going for a more casual-friendly approach, which, again, given its sales, definitely worked. And, I guess is now just left for the purists to be, salty about the fact that we're never gonna get a game like, I mean, oh. Well, getting distracted again. I mean, saying that, I do think there's another game which, in terms of level design, bypasses Sonic 1 in this regard. To generally just sort of make one of the more overall Sonic level design packages, where it's not got so many of the automated speedy areas, which that of course being Superstars, which at this point I am very curious to get back into. You know, bosses notwithstanding. Is that marked as speedy platform is not that saying here have a cake and you give me a chicken flat? I mean, there's still speedy sections throughout the game, and of course being, you know, Starlight, but at the same time it's like... Alright, I get your point. Like I said, given that the speedy platform thing was what the series is marketed as, it's very easy to see why it went down the route it did with Sonic 2 and onwards. Generally what I'm saying is 2 zones out of 7. And that being said, it's not to say that Sonic 2 is all... I mean, I get your point. It's oh look, there's Knuckles' grapes. We found the grapes. Everybody's favorite thing, and they're not blocky like an Endwalker, so never mind. Let's just move on. It's more so something I've been looking into with regards to various videos, and just think it's a fairly interesting topic to seeing how the series has sort of morphed over time and warped from what the original game was. I mean, obviously, there's still games I do prefer over Sonic 1, like, obviously, Adventure 2 and, well, this. It's kind of weird they haven't actually been talking too much about this, in all honesty. Good old Squapes. Looking at how crusty this looks, it's just, giving me the giggles. I'm just sort of half expecting, like, heavily bit-crushed Soldier Boy to start playing. I think warped implies corruption law is meant to... Yeah. Yeah. Again, I think other games which sort of improve on Sonic 1's level design, I mean, obviously Superstars, which, again, definitely want to get back to that at some point, probably after Rivals, once I'm done with that. And, honestly, from what I played, CD. I mean, obviously it's going for a very different style where it's more exploratory compared to just speedrunning through the whole thing, and honestly, this makes for mostly a more interesting experience, though, again, I feel this is just sort of a thing with most Sonic games, where there's at the very least one level which sort of drags down the experience for the most part. It's like, in Sonic 1, it's Labyrinth. In Sonic 2, it's, well, mainly Metropolis. Sonic 3, it's Sandopolis. And maybe, Carnival Night and Sandopolis. Adventure, it's big. Just big. And, it's one of those more annoying things, because it sort of leads to people just sort of, assuming that, for the wide, cases with most of the series, that it's just there's, a few flawed factors which, hold the game back from being perfect, and just apply that to every single game, even when it's undeserved. Looking at you, 06. Because I'm just gonna be one of those, people who just... Well, dies right there, first of all. Would argue that Sonic 3 is a mix of both Sonic 1's intricate level design while having speedier sections and set pieces like running above 1 in Hydrokaiti and opening them... Well, yeah. There is that. But I feel that there's still a fair few areas which are still quite automated. I mean, Sonic 3 for the longest time has been one of my favorite Sonic games. It's the one of the classic games that I always used to go back to as a kid. To the point where even stuff like Carnival Night was no issue for me. And it's one of those things where it's like, going back to it, like, so many times, it's like, it feels as though, it doesn't have as much mileage as it should be. It's like, okay, so just... It feels as though, it's easier to optimize. And with that sort of optimization, it's like, you crack the game, and it's like, Okay, and there's not really much left to improve at, so what now? Compared... You know, I'm just gonna... I'm probably not the best person to parse this topic, so let's just move on. Point is that Superstars gets greatly overlooked. Oh no, I'd definitely be more scared, Omacha, if I could actually understand what you were saying. Automation isn't inherently a bad thing, just overdoing it is a problem. I mean, I guess. I mean, obviously, this isn't to say that Sonic 2 is anywhere near as bad as something like Forces. It's just more sort of the progenitor. It's like, here's where it started, here's how it's going, that sort of thing. And I'm just sort of hoping that with whatever game gets announced next, which given it's today, I'm fairly certain it's going to be happening anytime soon.
Thanks for the help. Not that I needed it, but it's good to have my sanctuary back.
Yeah. What is this place? It's so white and creepy. I've never seen anything like it. Why does my voice suddenly sound so different, Sonic? Okay, so we're just going to do one of each. Just going to do one of each, just all the stuff that we need to do in order to proceed, so... I think with this stage, it's obvious the one we have to do. Way past fast! Come on, Tails, I'm waiting.
It's a race to the finish. Tails took off in a plane. Try to reach the goal before he does.
Very riveting commentary, Omochao. Sega Saturn. It's super weird that this Sonic R remix only appears in this mission and nowhere else. It's a shame because it is quite good. Yeah, and then we go to 3D right as the break happens. Yes, love it. Bass German, bass German, bass German, bass German, bass. Out of the way, I'm being chased by a maniac. Still got S-Rank for that, nice. Knuckles is Sephiroth. The hero story is done on necessity that rather than the problem with the original form is tempted such that, as opposed to now with a few exceptions, as crafts as such. Yeah. Again, I feel that Superstars, from what I've seen and from what I recall, has a sort of better balance of sort of automated speed sections and actual, like, platforming. I think that's the main thing, really, just wanting there to be a greater emphasis on platforming in this series, because, believe it or not, the series, it technically counts as a platformer, even though it feels as though... It's like one of those weird things where it's like, try to tell platforming fans that Sonic is indeed a platformer and see how they react. You know, let's go, I think I know exactly which one I'm gonna... Yes, I know. It's time to, go with little, Amadeus McPro II. The hero of the Nameless Zone, he's back. Actually, since we're in a chemical plant, he would probably be the Zone Runner, wouldn't he? The Zone Runner returns, there he is!
Press the Y button to call. You'll need to call Tails here to continue on. Try pressing the Y button.
Sonic, help me, they're turning me into a remarkable plushie!
To fly through the sky.
Tails, don't worry about it. We're gonna need it in order to pay the bills. But Sonic! I don't want to be a marketable plushie. I don't care, Tails. We have to make money somehow. What about that deal with those weird-looking comics? Shut up, Tails. We don't talk about that. At least not until after hours. Oh, so yeah, this is another weird one where we just have a remix of Balloon Park from Sonic 3. Again, this really just... You can really sort of tell how much of a love letter this game really was. Even despite the writing. When we get an anniversary class in the model before this one meets the current one. That would imply they end up in two places at once. Also, which model? Because there's like a few of them. And oh look, it's like the dash rings from Sonic Adventure. You remember those? I'm not going to rev on that sort of oh, remember this thing as much in this game, because that's sort of the point, unlike basically every other game that came after this. I mean, speaking of that sort of thing, I would say I've been thinking a little bit, but honestly, thoughts are kind of unchanged with regards to Flynn's Flynnisms and mannerisms. I know that he's often regarded as the Dave Filoni of the Sonic series, but honestly, I do at the very least sort of respect him a little bit more, mostly partly because Ian Flynn didn't completely tank any and all lore and continuity in his respective series in order to facilitate his OCs so the entire universe revolves around them, but mostly because Flynn doesn't look and sound like the 19th missing cowboy from Ram Ranch. Unleashed Nelson Generations, what I've referred to as speed platforming, the opposite section of Out Day at a couple levels. Not as vitriolic even as the end of the... Well, yeah, that's sort of it, really, isn't it? It's like, yeah, Flynn, I'm gonna be honest, especially with how his writing was in Frontiers. I am in sort of agreement that, especially given his tenure in Archie, he would probably be better off as, Yeah, he would probably be better off in more sort of a creative consultancy position rather than straight up writer. It's like, he should be the one who's lore master, right? Or just creative consultant. Anyways, here's Metal. Face me if you wish to have the Chaos Emerald! It's the same old story, ain't it, Metal? As far as I'm aware, it's most of what he did. Okay, that's good. Outside of what he did... Okay, that's good at the very least. I'm glad that they sort of realized that, he should at the very least play to more of his strengths if he's going to be kept around. Oh, back when hearing this song for the first time was novel, when it wasn't being spammed in every single Metal Sonic appearance that happened after this, it's great.
Don't fall behind if you want to keep from falling off the road.
I know what I'm doing, Oma Chow. It's just you and me, Metal.
Metal Sonic is vulnerable after the attacks. Use Spin Jump to counterattack.
Thank you, weird baby thing.
Stay back and don't touch him when his electric...
Don't touch. You're far too predictable, Metal. I know what I'm doing, immediately gets hit in the face.
He's snapping off streetlights to throw at you.
Wait a minute, this is against the rules, Metal. You're not allowed to do that. That wasn't in our first race. Still kind of curious as to what sort of time period, which era this particular class of Sonic came from, because I'm led to assume this is, after Sonic 2 at the very least, because Tails is still here. You don't tell me what to do. So, Metal, you might know everything I'm going to do, but that's not going to help you. You know why? 'Cause I know everything you're going to do. Strange, isn't it? Why are you following me? I don't need your tutorials. Pretty sure the first time I saw Metal Sonic was the OVA with Sonic Lip. Yeah. I mean, even to this day, my favorite sort of piece of Sonic media is still the OVA. Either that or Adventure 2. I suppose when I say media, it's stuff outside the game. Yeah, it would be the OVA. Also, she wasn't the princess, she was the president's daughter. You know, it's just like... what was I gonna say? Emma Everett, she wasn't the president's daughter. Legends saying collecting all seven will cause a mysterious power to emerge. Anyways, let's move on to, Skunk Sanctuary. Let's see, which character am I going to, obviously, it's obvious who I'm going to be teaming up with. Alright, Knuckles. It's time to go treasure hunting.
I'll handle the treasure hunting. Press the Y button when you need me.
Team up with Knuckles to find buried medals.
Also, all those... there we go. I was gonna say, these medals look awful lot like the ones from Sonic Riders, or at least reminiscent of those sort of coins. Even if it is obviously just akin memorabilia. It's closer. Hate that Knuckles is Sephiroth. Now I'm just imagining Knuckles just approaching Sonic with dressed in fox ears, offering him udon. Sonic, you must eat this donbei. Knuckles, what the fluff are you talking about? Eat it, Sonic! Donbei! Knuckles, have you been hanging out with Tails again? No. Well, yes, but that's not the point. Donbei. I mean, that's just the first thing that occurs to me when, you mention. Also, given that he voices Sephiroth, then I guess by proxy, him being Superman makes a lot more sense now. Sonic, I live in a world made of cardboard. And gee, Knuckles, I didn't think that being an Angel Island so long would give you an existential crisis. No, it's just I'm so strong, everything is cardboard. Oh, I see. It's closer. Also, can you stop? There we go. Still got 35 to go. Knuckles thinks he's... no, I mean, in the DC crossover, he was given the role of Superman. This is now Soup-Free Superman who are Sephiroth. Yeah, strange, isn't it? Oh, this isn't medals, it's rings. I've been ripped off. Oh, this looks paralyzed. Sonic, it's really steep here, be careful. Really kind of nervous to be navigating these tight platforms, given Sonic controls like a truck. Ah, dying. Yeah, let's just move on. We got 30. Oh, we gotta go up there next. Okay. Yay, we win. It's so... what do you mean? We're doing our best here. Whatever, I'm not losing a race to a hedgehog with size 12 shoes. Knuckles, our feet are the same size. I mean all of us, including Tails. I'm barely able to get shoes that fit. See? See? Okay, now we can do the bass bottle. If I can get over there in time. Oh, see, unfortunately I don't have the Dilks, so we aren't able to play Casino Night. Actually, let's just see how many points we have, because obviously we gotta do the thing. Maybe I'll do it once this whole thing is over. Anyways. Nope, still a ways off. No, I want to be playing as actual Sonic for this. Here we go. Oh gee, doesn't this music sound familiar? Do do do. It's like, I wonder what type of old enemy I'm gonna be facing in here. In what looks like the Cadbury dimension. I can't remember if this was before Cadbury's got bought out by Kraft. Wow, puberty hits Sonic like a truck. Like, I know there's certain mods which add a whole new context to this scene, but we're not using those. Am I really that fat?
Take a good look at yourself, Sonic.
Dr. Eggman?
It's the last look you'll get before I close your eyes forever.
Ho 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 ho!
Another Sonic? What? Wait a second!
Egads! How could this be? Okay, that's another brain hemorrhage. And he's just sort of stuck for the foreseeable future. Anyways. Oh boy, it's that time again for that one boss fight, which is constantly spammed over and over in basically every game after this. Hope you're ready! It's also funny this is even easier. That's no moon, that's your mother. Yeah, it's funny that this boss is so much easier than the actual boss from the game it's from. Yep. Honestly, I do find it kind of a disappointment that this thing never actually got a proper classification / name. It's just the Death Egg Robot, not like, I don't know, the Egg King or the Egg Devastator or anything along those lines. It's just,
I will flatten you.
just feels a lot more generic. Because I'm fairly certain even back in, like, Sonic 2, we all had, like, bad nicknames, like, even for his various, boss mechs, like the Egg Digger. They're not just Death Egg Robots. Also, that background suit looks so much better than Sonic 4. Can't wait to see it reused again in, Again, can't wait for them to show up again in Lego Sonic Dimensions, which I'm probably not going to be playing for a while. Anyways, bonk! Given the obvious Star Wars reference, Egg Emperor would have been good. Well, yeah, but they wouldn't have been able to use it in Heroes. Think fell. Thanks a bunch, Omo Chow. Truly you are doing everybody's good work.
Try not to get caught in the blast or get hit by its attacks.
Nice for it to just sort of sideswipe there. There we go. Get up there. Get up. At least he holds... I was going to say, at least he holds it out for a generous amount of time. Except not really. Oh, I guess that worked. Can I get up? Nope. Again, it's been a while since I fought this boss. Bear with me. I don't remember it being this tricky. Maybe I'm just bad at video games. Okay, I think this is like the sweet spot. At least it would be if I could actually get on the thing. Mmm, so good. Where's he going? Oh. Am I actually gonna die to this boss? Am I going to have to commit ritual Sudoku on Sonic's birthday? Is that what you want, Sonic? Okay, sweet spot attained. Bonk. That was embarrassing. Like I was just about to explode at Robotnik before it just exploded. Unfortunately, he didn't have enough time to escape this time around, so he just exploded and died. Very tragic for, the world's fastest hedgehog. Rest in peace, Sonk. Got blowed up by robots. If there's any consolation, this boss always trips me up too. Well, it shouldn't. It's the first one. Fine, I guess I'll get it. Oh. It's like, he even decides to go help him out. Which is kind of weird. I'm guessing this is what Surge was, ranting and raving about. And right here, it's actually like a mystery. There's actually like a mystery component to this game. Oh, that was weird. Rest in peace, my hedgehog. He got hit by a bazooka kaboom. Oh, that's just the outtakes from Shadow the Hedgehog.
I can't believe there's two of me.
What? You mean like Shadow or Metal Sonic or Scourge or Surge?
Doubles of us?
Especially because Sonic's jumping into the super walks in this game. Yeah, that's a good way of putting it.
We're traveling through time and space.
No, shoot.
How did this happen?
I think it's got something to do with that big.
Yeah, that
thing
feels a lot
just
more natural compared to
kidnapped Amy.
without the time stones, hooba dooba.
The same thing that kidnapped your
Imposter
dad.
classic tales.
I mean our friends. You know what I mean.
I forgot the name of this one. I'm just sort of more used to hearing Santiago. Oh, by the way, I'm an actual threat. Good, prepared to deal with me at the end of the game. I assume. You mean the Chaos
We need to
Emeralds?
find that thing, and fast.
The Blue-Eyed Tail's just a multiverse doppelganger, exactly the same except for one detail. Well, that's and he's shorter. Well, there we go. Now we get to the actual good levels. He's hush you, hush. We aren't allowed to say that. Anyways, yeah, time for my favorite segment of levels. Mostly just because this is what I grew up with. This is my area. This is my place. This is my land. This is my land, you hear? Get off my land. And it's kind of funny. Even going back to when I was playing this game for the first time, when I sucked at games even more than I do now. Even back then, I could really tell that Speed Highway was like a special level. I mean, mostly just because of, the middle part, where you're running down the building, but still. It's like, even if this level didn't really, do much for the plot, also, faster than airmail. Sonic's delivery service. I can't believe they're stealing our likeness, Tails. Again! It's like, there's so many of me around there, which is just... like, so many mascots, but it's just me, but painted like orange. Wait, I shouldn't have corrected this. What could you possibly mean by that, Val? Like, you're a pure innocent boy that doesn't do any nefarious things in his spare time, right? Yeah, it's coming back to me now. It's coming back to me. This is definitely one of the levels that I definitely do enjoy playing as Santiago. Like, look at this. Even if we got this dubsteppy remix of Up and Down and All Around. I don't know, I still find it a lot more charming compared to, oh, they even got the bell here from Sonic Adventures. It's great. But I don't exactly remember this shopping mall being here. The shopping center. Orange, wait, orange flavored, orange colored. Orange colored. It's a Sonic that's colored orange. And plays basketball. Or, I don't know, is from outer space and dances. There's a lot of orange Sonics from what I recall. That and red ones with edgy backstories straight out of Shonen anime. Not to be confused with the one I have. She's white and with dark skin. As opposed to red. Also, she doesn't wear hot pants. Orange Sonic. Okay, less interest. Yeah, so I was just making jokes about recolors, which, you know what's kind of funny? It really feels as though Sonkoses are a lot more accepted nowadays, back when compared to when I was a wee lad, when people were constantly like editing Sonic X screenshots and sprite sheets and painting and just putting them into Microsoft Paint and painting them a different color, maybe adding a couple more details if they were skilled enough at it, tracing and all that stuff. Feels like you don't tend to see that much anymore. For better or for worse. It's just some Sonic OCs are more acceptable because of Ponius. Oh, I see. Made criticism video, but yes, I'm aware that you did, Val. I think I stumbled across it at some point. Back when you had a mic worse than mine. That's from someone who doesn't mind it. Yeah. I mean, it's been a long time since I've interacted with Pony, so I shall withhold any judgment. Like, oh, this is our first introduction to the Lightspeed Dash, when it's mapped to a button which makes sense. Unlike in Frontiers. How has Sonic Generations been for you so far? Well, I've been having a good time. It's more so the fact that I am bad at video games. Also, I suppose it is fitting in that case, so this is part of arguably the most cursed Sonic Generations playthrough ever. It's like cursed gameplay to go alongside the cursed visuals. Or to take away... What? I'm just saying. It was like 10 years ago. You've grown since then. Also, the Overwatch gameplay was an interesting choice. It's like, gee, I didn't realize you were into Overwatch. I can, but I won't. I know. Now it's time for the jump, which always messes me... Oh, never mind. I guess we're just doing this the long way around. You can tell that I haven't been playing this in a long time. It is a shame, because definitely feel this, this really just sort of feels like the original version of this song, except, you know, plusified with like proper guitars and whatnot. It's good. I like me likey. Can I go this way? Yes, I can. Perspiration. Aye. Okay, I'll be good. I'll try to be good in the Model S. Please. You can't do this to me. You know how much I've sacrificed. Anyways, yeah, this segment right here was really sort of struck a real chord with me as a kid, or at least the original version of Sonic Adventure. This one still definitely pretty cool, and actually has more interaction with it as opposed to just being more of an auto runner. Also, dear God, the frames. The frames! I'm just imagining now trying to play Unleashed in this sort of format again, with its frame rate issues. It's just like, oh. Oh. It looks so crusty. So good! It feels so good. Again on this battle stuff. Really do sort of seem adamant about wanting your battle Noivern. It's like next you're gonna say that you saved the bullet from the first fight we had. You saved the bullet from the first time we met. And then you're gonna tell me it's a blank. Put together the worst Pokemon of modern history. What, you mean, You mean Fluttermane? Welcome to the crunchiest stream. Yep, that's the goal. That's the goal. Welcome back. We're back. Reliving the good old days. Give you a hint, cat. Oh. Ah. Okay. Okay, so, what, are you talking like Champions or Scarvi or what? Blaze Road.
Thanks for saving me, Sonic. It was scary in the dark, but I tried to be brave.
Fluff and Banui. Where are we? I told Mom I'd be right back when I left. It'll be fine. So let's see, we got Blaze Road, E123 Road. Is it? No, that's Road. Where's that Boulevard? So it's difficult to tell because of how crunchy it is. Also, obviously we got Challenge Space in the background, or at least what looks like it. Anyways, now that it's time to go on. Either way, although I don't think Champions will allow my new weapon. I see. I see. Anyways. If I lose to you, then I am retiring from battling. It's time to move on to arguably my favorite zone. My favorite. Music is also a heckin' bop, so, I'm ready. How about you? A big smile on my face. Missed the jump. Missed all the jumps. Rolling around at the speed of sound, got places to go, gotta follow my rainbow. Can't stick around, have to keep moving on. Is what lies ahead, only one way to find out. Oh no, Santiago's about to get isekai'd. Oh no, how terrible. Wonderful. Hey, you want to race, big guy? Nobody's faster than me. Oh, now it's my favorite part. Danger is around every turn. Trust your feelings, got to live and learn. I know with some luck that I'll make it. I lost my skateboard. There options only one thing to do. Whoa, look how far I can go! Into death. Did I say SF2 Sonic and soundtrack's a great guitar practice? Oh, I could definitely see. Pull up champions on your Xbox. I don't have champions on my Xbox. You know what? I'll consider it once the stream is over. Once the stream is over, I'll consider fighting you in what may be my last ever battle. I hope you're proud, Noivern. You're going to ensure my retirement match. I see Mighty and Ray over there. Still kind of... It is kind of funny. It's like we got Fang, Mighty, and Ray down here. And yet Izuka will be adamant about not including them in any modern games. Like, why, though? Why? It's like, there's no reason to withhold them, I feel. Unless you're super worried about character bloat, in which case, why is Big still here? Just trying to play my games to meet a hot battle. No, I'm being serious. I'm being serious. You're gonna... It's probably going to be my retirement match. I'm going to have to hang my head in shame and never play a Pokemon game ever again. I hope you're happy, Noivern. I hope you're proud. You're gonna wonder, who must be behind the wheel of that truck who's so adamant to ensure Santiago's destruction? Actually, Sonic Country with Nintendo and they race your games. I was supposed to lose to me that. One hand it sucks, on the other hand, no more Vanguard. Swings and roundabouts. I'm probably gonna have to burn my Gardevoir plush, and I don't want to do that. I'm not gonna burn the Gardevoir plush. Any of them. You can't make me. You're free to pry it from my cold dead hands. Anyways, it's time for arguably my favorite level. I was just sitting next to you, Swen. Yeah, just sort of sat in... I mean, you say Swen, but we are currently in the middle of a heat wave. So there's that. Heat wave indeed. Sweating indeed. Whoosh! Ah, this feels so good. Honestly, when it comes to an anniversary playthrough, this honestly does sort of feel like the more appropriate game to go for. And I suppose, since we're here, I may as well divulge a little bit with regards to my first ever Sonic game. My first ever exposure to the series. I can't remember if I've gone over this story before. But my first ever experience with Sonic was actually my big sister's birthday. She's the one who got the GameCube, and with it came Adventure 2 Battle, and that was like my first video game ever. And whilst I did play a lot of already off to a good start. Whilst I did play a lot of City Escape back then, back when I didn't know what a video game was. Weirdly enough, I remember playing a lot more Iron Gate, probably because I got scared of the gun truck as a kid. Yeah, just suddenly seeing that thing bearing down at you at the end of the level was a bit too much for my, my babby mind. It's like, wow, too scary. Nowadays, though, it's no real issue at all. It's just, it's funny in hindsight. Just my first, like, proper video game fear. Being run over by a truck. So until they got Ted Polly back. Yeah! I do gotta imagine, though, as to whether they'd ever do this again. Like, getting Ted Polly back, I mean. I mean, granted, it has been like 15 years, so... Probably not. Feels a lot of my inputs on exactly... Okay, so we're going... Guess we're going down here next. Again, you can sort of tell it's been a while, huh? Rationally, if you have gun-wielding monkeys may escape. I can kind of see it with how frantic they are. You know, just seeing these, like, frantic things just running around, just shooting everything. I could see that being, scary. I mean, I personally find it, super goofy, but... I can see why some would feel it's serious. Also, it's nice that they brought this segment back. It's a shame, though, that given the camera, you can't tell whether they restored the welcome sign on the hills here or not. It's, like, impossible to tell. Anyways, it's time to get isekai again. It's time to relive childhood trauma. This time, it's back with a vengeance. Also love that they brought this music back. It's like, honestly, for an Adventure 2... For a stage, for an Adventure 2 representation, this is the perfect stage, honestly. This was the correct stage. Even if, admittedly, when it comes to stage representation variety, I feel this game is a little lacking in some areas in regards to what levels aren't seen. Like, for instance, just how many city levels are there in this game? It's like, we got Chemical Plant, technically, we got Speed Highway, and then this. It's like, so far, like, half of the stages we've gone through are city levels. Why does everyone pod so who's funding this? I don't want to know. I don't know what the runway military budget can do. This is what too much military spending does to you. Should have spent it all on benefits. That's definitely gonna benefit your country. Your jet boosters as well? Yeah. I mean, obviously, it's more so just, trying to, make it more of a legitimate threat to boost Sonic, because otherwise it just easily run away from it. Up. And of course, we have, free Nerf Rouge. You know what that means.
Thanks, Big Blue. That's the first time I've ever been stolen.
Why, Mrs. Rouge, you're trying to seduce me. A blessed day she has her cannons. Who could have brought us here, and to what purpose? The world may never know. Anyways, enough of that. Let's finally move on to, Heroes. My first I say first technically new Sonic game, but that's a lie. It's like trying to think with regards to the order I played Sonic games in, because I know it was like, first was Adventure 2 Battle, then it was Sonic Advance, then it was Mega Collection. And then I think it was like Advance 2. I can't remember if I played like Battle and Advance 3 prior to Heroes. Like, they all came out around similar times, so it kind of, gets mixed up a little. It's been a long time since then. Anyways. Oh, only one mission left, and then I can finally play my Mega Drive. We gotta beat, Seaside. People can find me on preferred Rouge's voice, not counting SA2. Really? And I suppose it's a fair bit better compared to how she sounds in Crosswords at the very least. And I, obviously, with regards to voice actors, I have no, particular horse in this race, because I generally tend to prefer the Japanese voice cast. Obviously. So it's like, this discourse doesn't bother me in the slightest. You can go about it however I want. My favorite Sonic voice actor is Martin Burke. At least on the English side. Overall, it's good old Junichi. Junichi cannot be beaten. Also, oh boy! Who ordered the water level in their Sonic game? You know, it is kind of funny now that I think about it. It's like, water levels tend to be some of the hardest levels in these games. You know, because being in water sucks. It's like you have a time limit before you drown. Your movements are more sluggish. Your jumps are... Well, not in this game, but your jumps are generally worse. It's like you can't really move around and you're drowning constantly. You can't get up any good speed. And yet, this massive, like, hazard to Sonic is always introduced really quite early in the game in most cases. Like, you got, well, Chemical Plant and Hydrokaiti come to mind. Most notably, because obviously Chemical Plant has to have water in it. It has to have its Mega Mac, which you, I do gotta wonder about the Mega Mac, honestly. Is it, like, carcinogenic? Does Sonic have cancer from being inside the Mega Mac? What even is Mega Mac? I mean, obviously in the Japanese it's not called Mega Mac. It's just, what I prefer to call it. It's what I've grown up calling it, so hush. Sonic can outrun the bad chemicals or something. Trying to say Chemical Plant. Well, that's how it's spelled. That's also how I used to pronounce it as a kid. Funnily enough, before actually playing Sonic 2, I thought Chemical Plant was like an actual plant, like with leaves and such. And it's like, what's a chemical? What kind of plant is a chemical? I mean, obviously I know better now, but still. And I feel that's like one of my only, like, quirks as a streamer, just constantly mispronouncing words, like, you know, chemical, hymen. Had to get that in somewhere. Hydrokaiti. Must just do it because it's funny. I'm breathing in the chemicals. Dead. It's better. What did I say that caused you to spit out your drink, I wonder? Also, I do quite appreciate this level not featuring many bottomless pits, because I feel that's sort of a, an issue that a lot of Sonic levels have had, especially more recent ones. It's sort of part of the reason I haven't really gone back and played the advanced games much, due to their obsession with bottomless pits. Also, oh boy, here we are. You remember Hydrokaiti, don't you? We found a way to put it into your game. Have fun. Also, yeah, your spin dash sucks underwater. Oh. Never mind. Whoa, what's up with that giant Bentley Jones? It's just a reference to an old oh. How did I not take damage there? Like, the rock definitely pushed me there. I should have... The rock is pushing me. Why am I not taking damage? You say the darndest things. Well, I gotta find some way of making myself entertaining, don't I? Just and see, oh my goodness, where did that white mattress come from? What are you talking about? Inhale that sound. Okay. Okay, now it's time for my actual favorite level in this game. It's like, you know, Cityscape is pretty good, but in terms of actual levels in this game, this one is my favorite. It's supposed to disappear, not multiply in size. Alright. Everybody sing along if you know the lyrics. I don't, that's not gonna stop me. My mouse fell in. A game, I already know how wall jumps work. I did them in the first level. Alright, here we go. I'm also curious as to whether or not with the 35th anniversary stream will actually announce any new games. I'm sure you'll tell me in the chat if they do. Boost! Here we are, my favorite level. I like how there's just so many ultimate paths. Like, you can go through this so many ways. Alright, here we go. Let's go, guys. As I go, we're pursuing Knuckles. What the fluff are you doing? I'm gonna use you guys as boxing gloves. Shift rock, yeah, no more blocking pillars left. Stop it, Knuckles. Poor Tails is bleeding to death. Just a sec. I got one more wall to shove. I can't see the point in this quest. We'll likely meet a grave fate. Oh, come on, Shadow, don't be so depressed. Worthless! Consume my models, annihilate! I don't remember the lyrics to this part. Froggy, are you in there? Finding crabs makes sense, not one bit. This question, do it. Make sure they're hermits. Sonic. Oh, and then just moved on to Ocean Palace. Shoot. This isn't Seaside Denied. What the fuck is this? Has increased user engagement. Can't believe robotics and mining NFTs. They'll probably announce an NFT. Oh. I mean, that's kind of ironic, right? It's like they spent this whole time. It's like the core of this series is like supposed to be like an environmental thing, like nature versus technology. And here they are just promoting potentially environment-damaging NFTs. It's like, I can't believe they actually... Knuckles finally put the Master Emerald in the blockchain. He finally actually did it. But Sonic, it's in the blockchain. Check, apparently... Yeah, I saw the announcement at the very least for Frontiers Definitive Edition, which is like the most nothing thing, because like... I am wondering, is there going to be like an upgrade pack if you already got the Switch 1 version? Because if so, then there's basically no point for me to ever get the Switch 2 version. It's like, even if I wanted to play it on the Switch for some reason, which there isn't really much of a reason because it's Frontiers. It's like, I could easily just play the PC version and... Oh! Huh. Okay, so I guess modern Sonic learned how to not die instantly from being crushed by giant blocks. The more you know. I do gotta wonder how many people have died in that sort of trap. Like, not people playing this game, like actual people exploring those ruins. Just falling into, like a pool of water with spikes at the bottom. What a horrible way to go. Piping over a Shadow Bike. I thought the Shadow Bike was unveiled, like, a couple years ago. Like, to celebrate Year of Shadow. Joke was massive hallucinated entire NFTs. An entire NFTs? Oh. That's... No. It's just the fluff in the middle. Well, you see, Charmy, it's just as simple as pressing right-click. You have to do it in charity thing, right? We're gonna be Neil, all this sign of overdressed Sonic. Yeah, I was thinking that as well as the stream was starting. I'd rather they just got onto the announcements, like, just have a Sonic Direct. As opposed to all the sort of cringe stuff, like, whoa, dudes, you remember this game? You remember? Look, I got this Dreamcast here, man. Which I've definitely played.
And it's not good.
I'm like 35 years... I shouldn't really be complaining about that. I advertising bike for that has a shadow and it has reactive. Okay, that sounds pretty funny. I'm talking over the plot, I'm so sorry.
When the Sonics accelerate through time, they fix space, returning color and life.
Then I guess we have to run like there's no tomorrow, or there won't be a tomorrow.
But tish. Okay, mission time. Howdy, SBO. I was thinking someone is drawing in the background. Like, I'm fairly certain, from what I saw on the stream, they got Evan on, at least briefly. Not sure if she's still on there, because... Drawing in the background? That sounds like Evan up there, at least. Beware is Sonic. I sense a great darkness in that enemy. Thanks, Matt Mercer. Oh wait, you're not voiced by Matt Mercer yet. Shoot. They have a silver statue. Oh yeah, that definitely sounds like Evan. Anyways. I think this is the one I want to go for. Compete with Dream to find more child in order to reach the goal. No, I don't think I want to do this one. Let's see what else we got here. Oh, it's the SBO Battle one. Alright, I guess we're doing this one. Over sweep. It's like, please! Please remember Sobe, he's gonna be relevant someday. I imagine when I get back to Rivals, it's just going to be the Silver Slander Hour. Silver Sweep, aka push him out of the room with a broom. Yep, sounds about right. Also, really do love the fact that we just have this Sonic Battle remix here with Emerald Beach. Down, 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 down. It's like this is pressing all the right buttons to me. It's like you can complain about Generations all you want, but in terms of its various elements, of all the stuff that could have been in it, I'm glad this was. It's like, in various small ways, there's just so much representation for basically the entirety of the series. Like, even Knuckles Chaotix makes a brief cameo in here with its particular music being included. Can I know you're there, SBO. That's what I thought. I see you up there. Gotcha. It was freaking teleporting all over the place. For some reason, this song always reminds me of DuckTales. The danger's out to find you. There's a stranger right behind you. I don't remember the rest of the lyrics. I see you up there. Just hold still, you devil. You didn't hold still. Out of my way. Out of my way. There we go. How dare you make me think of the DuckTales theme? Well, you had to be remembered somehow. Do you consider replaying Sonic Battle at some point? Yeah. Yeah. I mean, now that I figured out Ogala and we don't have the input lag issue, yeah, I'm down for that. At some point. Probably gonna be a while. Give me your music. This isn't where I'm supposed... That was not how it was supposed to go. Of course we get Toxic. It's like, we even get Spinball representation here. Like, who even remembers Spinball? Aside from old heads like us, who saw it was on Mega Collection. And that's it. It's like, oh hey, that's the game on Mega Collection. Anyways, more Sonic 3. I played Spinball. Yeah, I played a little bit. Admittedly, I did get kind of spooked by, that creature that comes out of the water at the start of the game. Mostly just because of that little, string of... that little sort of music sting which crops up, when it shows up. Spooked the fluff out of me. Never got past the first level. Yeah, I should probably give it another try at some point. I know it's like supposed to be exceptionally difficult. Unwittingly own free cartridges of... Why? Why do you have free cartridges of Sonic Spinball? Always started my fear of monsters in Murky Ward here. That's thalassophobia. Yeah, I can definitely see that. Like, I can remember dreams afterwards of getting dragged into a swamp by a giant crocodile. And nobody coming to help me. Needless to say, it took me years to finally complete Heroes. And we even get, like, I'm fairly certain this is supposed to be, from Sonic 3D Blast. I know it's from a SEGA Saturn game at the very least. Again, this game just has such good music in it. I know that's not really anything special compared to, given the rest of the series' reputation for it, but just like, with just the sort of, breadth and depth of all the various, parts of the series this game represents, and references with musical cues and whatnot, and visuals, this whole thing just feels super special to me. Like... I think I already mentioned this before, but I get the feeling that if no Sonic games had ever been released after this, and it's like, like, this game was released, and it's like, okay, we're done with the series, we're gonna move on to other things. Hope you enjoy the 20 years. I would honestly be satisfied. Like, if there was nothing after Generations, I'd be like, you know what? What was that? Game? What? Why are we out in the middle of the grassy field? 3D Blast sound? Yeah, I thought it sounded familiar. Yay! What a nice way to end the level, just flying down the building with a funny bunny. You want to hear how many I actually have the greatest Sonic game of all time? I've been looking forward to seeing your playthrough of it. You know, given that this came out, we experienced probably the worst Sonic has been content-wise. Yeah, that's what I'm getting at. It's like, I would happily just erase the entirety of this, everything that came after this game up until Shad Gen. It's like, even if Mania has to go with it, that's a sacrifice I'm willing to make. Being with ears like Lofty and picture tossing Shadow around like a ragdoll. It's always the cute ones which are the most powerful. That's the strength of the gag character, don't you know? I'm fairly certain Big could bench press an entire planet. That's how you know not to mess with him. Obviously, I'm going to be saving the shadow fight for last. We got to go over here first and figure out how to get up there. I guess I just have to go a lot faster. The artist and stream is Tracy. Oh. Is that for... Like, I know that I should know the name Tracy Yardley. It's like Archie, right? I want to say it's Archie. I want to say she was with Archie. Isn't Big notorious for that? Well, notorious for being freakish strong, yeah. Imagine if they got Kendris back on for the 30th anniversary stream. That would just be the most surreal thing in the known to man. Is the person who supposedly killed Sonic Lore. Alright, time for more Valen Park. And this minigame, which actually works this time, because I remember this being kind of a funny thing. Where, apparently in the original Steam release of this, because it was 60 FPS, the swings didn't actually work properly. Of course, here they work as intended. But, supposedly they're a lot harder to... Supposedly they're a lot harder to manage in the Steam version. No way did I miss that. Yep. I told you. I'm rusty. Check out Sonic channel, you serve the whip of what's been drawn. Alright, let's have a look at what we got here. I'm guessing it's going to be quite the wholesome piece. I mean, I certainly hope it is. Let's have a look-see. Let's have a look-see. Aww. You know, I'm just gonna pop this up on stream real quick. Just gonna pop this up on stream. Just don't mind me. Just taking a small break from the action to showcase you this. Just get over here, you. Get over here. We need you right now in order to showcase the actual whip art. Open in Bowser. I really do like that. You know, it's just an adorable picture with all the, like, relevant Sonic characters included. And Silver for some reason. Anyways, back to it. Back to it. I mean, I had to, didn't I? The character, I guess, is Eggman's daughter. I guess it's unwanted cultural osmosis. Yeah. So, I'm guessing Sonic Rivals is no longer canonical, given that, Robotnik, instead of somehow procreating to create, Bizarro Robotnik or Reverser Robotnik, Robo Robotnik, the one in the black coat, which I'm not allowed to say on any platform anymore because reasons. Instead, he now has a daughter who is an AI because AI is trendy, don't you know? Of course Eggman would be all about AI. It's the thing that supposedly tanks the environment. Of course he'd be into it. Alright, now it's time for everybody's favorite segment. Yeah, somehow he's supposed to get over that. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Easy victory. Now the wall in the back is pretty much every physical Sonic game. Yeah, yeah. They showed that at the start of the stream, I believe. They were like, oh, dude, I'm so retro. My favorite's like Sonic Free. I was like, no, it isn't. No, it isn't. Oh, I grew up with a GameCube, so my favorite's Sonic Adventure DX. And it's like, no. No. It's like, I get it. It's like childhood memories, but no. You're gonna sit me down and make me play a Sonic game, watch me play. Would it be Sonic Shadow Frontiers, Frontiers, or a Secret Fourth thing? That's an interesting question, honestly, because how do you actually introduce someone to the series now? Like, I would have assumed it would be, Like, I'm fairly certain, Val, you mentioned at one point, if you were to introduce somebody to the series, it would be Generations. Me, personally, I'm not so sure. Probably Adventure... I mean, I still have fond memories of Adventure, but I don't think that should be somebody's introductory game. Because I'm gonna be, honest about it. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. Playing through SADX, recently, it sort of occurred to me that, while it is fun, it's not aged the best. Anyways, let's fight Johnny. With a venture that needs several disclaimers. Exactly. You're finally here, Sonic. I don't care who we are, where we are, or nor do I care. If I need your emerald, I'll fluffing take it. Also, ignore the whole thing about some gooey stuff coming out of my back. It's a work in progress. You know, it is funny coming back to this after Shad Gen, just looking at all the stuff Shadow was going through. I need your rings, I'll fluffing take them. Is Jank been entertaining, Jank? Yeah. It's like, again, I could still get a lot of fun out of it, but honestly, all things considered, I do prefer Adventure 2. The Sonic game I probably sat down and played was the first game of Sonic 2. Sounds like an XTX for this dialogue. Really, setting the fangirls alight with that, huh? Anyways, in terms of boss fights, this is definitely one of the better ones. I will definitely say this about this game. It definitely has some of the best boss fights in the series. In that they aren't actually boss fights. This is just a race. You know, it's kind of weird. I would have thought that, in terms of boss fights, there would be more sort of race types. Because I feel the only ones we ever really get are like this and Metal Sonic and CD. Alright, Shadow, time for me to finish this. Into the island fight just as long as Shadow said cut off the iron board blows up. I mean, this is like the more iconic one, isn't it? Like they even got like Liv and Erlen here. Moving through your mind. Blows up. I knew you were gonna... Of course you did. Alright, fight over. That was fun. That's like the obvious joke to make with Live and Learn, though, isn't it? Either that or make a Kill la Kill reference. Like, it's like Sonic immediately takes the yellow emerald and it just explodes. It is just so funny given the context of Shadgen to know that this is supposed to be the fake emerald from SA2, even though that was thrown into the Eclipse cannon where it presumably blew up. One people would do was sing that song when he went, ooh, and his friend lost his mind. I mean, can't say I blame him. Like, how old is that meme at this point? It's like ancient. There's a guy wearing Shadow onesie in the stream. Yeah, it's like you'd think that this sort of stuff would be over with the Year of Shadow, but I guess the Year of Shadow never ends. It's like, please, it's like the only character we have which is relevant, please. Wait until Sonic 4 and when we can potentially, like, have a Year of Amy, where we can pretend we're a girl brand even though we're not. I feel that the Sonic 4 release is going to be quite a tumultuous time. Anyways, it's time for my favorite boss fight in the series. I'm being serious. This is like my... In terms of like the concepts and the presentation, everything, this is hands down my favorite boss fight in the whole series. 100%, yeah. All right. Oh, Obviously, I'm gonna have to sing for a little bit, so you'll have to excuse me. Thunder, rain, and lightning, danger, water rising, clamor, sirens wailing. It's such a bad sign. Shadows are dark creatures, still clouds floating in the air. People run for shelter. What's gonna happen here? Can't hold on much longer. I feel I'm getting stronger. It's a one-way track. Tell me how long this will last. I'm gonna go my own way. I don't care what you say. Close my eyes and feel the burn. Now I see what I got to learn. I think that's gonna be enough for now. Yeah. In terms of, like, boss design, I'm surprised they haven't done this more often. It just seems so obvious. It's like, what do people like best about Sonic? It's the level aspect of going through levels as fast as possible. Why not just make that into a boss fight, like this is doing? Instead of just standing in one place and just waiting to hit a boss 8 times. Here we have, like, an actual level where throughout it you just happen to damage the boss. Love the added distance to the vocals here. Yeah. Honestly, as much as I like referencing the Chris Renner version of Open Your Heart, this is arguably my favorite one. My favorite version of the song. Either this or the K-Club version. That one holds a very special place with me. Only unfortunate thing is, I feel that this segment right here is a bit of a downgrade. In that it's just a whole bunch of platforms floating over a bottomless pit. I mean, it's not the worst thing, it just seems like a somewhat anticlimactic way to finish off a boss fight. Not the worst thing ever, though. This is like the only downside. Well, then it's fair at least just get out there. Thanks for leading me up to your weak point, idiots. Where did all this water come from? You know, it's just like a big water park, isn't it? Anyways, back into the depths you go. So, about power scaling. I know we used to joke about, oh, it's like back like 10 years ago, it took Sonic being in super form to make perfect chaos, whereas here, he can play it in his normal form. That means he's super powerful, right? I sort of like the idea, which has been spreading around, that Sonic could have beaten Perfect Chaos in his normal form in Adventure, and that wasn't necessarily the point of the boss fight at the end of Adventures. Less about straight up beating him, but more so just sort of quelling his anger by beating it out of him, as eloquently put in Archie. Nice Hellfire contact. What do you mean? What do you mean? And a section seaside we can run on water, just do that. Yeah, exactly. Can't believe you killed Tikal's boyfriend. That wasn't supposed to be Hellfire concept. That was supposed to be adenoids, you know. Anyways, it's all downhill from here.
You're doing great, Sonic. You mean you're doing great, Sonics? Right. I may never get used to that.
Har har. Oh, how convenient that it cannot interact with a 2D plane.
That monster sure
Like Perseverance would go anywhere planet was suck.
Those things have come in handy in
Don't
the
worry,
past.
don't worry. We'll get to it when we
We've already
get to
got a
it.
couple, but we need that emerald.
And all the others that
You should
we've
go over
neglected
there
to pick
and
up
check
so
it out.
far.
I bet you can bring that Chaos Emerald back, just like you brought back our friends. And I bet you double we're gonna need all 7 emeralds.
What makes you say that, Tails? I'm fairly certain we could have this done with just 6.
You guys have your work cut out for you.
An adventure adventure's no fun if it's too easy.
I know. Despite the writing, I can't help but feel there's just sort of this feel-good factor about it. It's just like, yeah, let's get this done. Get some. Fist bump, yeah. It's like Forces, except actually not terrible. Youngest self at the end of the game, you can have a... Oh, we're gonna get to that. We're gonna get to that. Tails has appeared on stream. I can't believe it. He's on the end. Kill him and seize the mantle of main character. Let's see. Can I actually, Okay, he's not here yet. I'm gonna have to clear, Bryce's city first, which, still confused as to why this is here. Tails to the heavens door. Oh, it's on stream. Is there like a picture that's in the chat or something? I suppose, not at the moment. Anyways, Bryce's city. I will say at the very least, I do kind of like what they do at the end of this level with Santiago. Start a fist fight with some YouTuber or something. Ah, that's the whiskey talking. That's just the whiskey. Just posted it. Before we get into this really nice remix of Crisis City, let's have a look at the Tails picture, why don't we? Hold up, let me just bring it up. Again, just constantly getting sidetracked with this particular stream. Only the most professional content, as you know. Don't you know? Yeah, just I wasn't sure what I was expecting, to be honest. Aside from him having mounds of his own there, I'm not sure if they're they're easy to point out. It's like you can sort of tell with the creasing there. Also, this just looks like it's like plastered on with glue or something. Yeah, that is still quite cute, though. Anyways. Finally, they're flying up peaks for a cross-world tourney. Oh, that's nice, that's nice. It's like, I'm guessing they didn't necessarily have anything on hand for the 35th anniversary. It's like, well, we got this kart racer, we could just try that out. Anyways. I do quite like, for all it's worth, I do quite like this Crisis City remix. Oh boy, I sure can't wait for something similar to show up in Pokemon Vanguard. And completely weird me out as a result. They even have the guitars in here as well. It's like, in terms of classic songs, this just feels so much better compared to Forces. It's almost unfair to compare the two. Triple kill. Also, I do like how they have to have Sonic spinning here to replicate rail grinding, because that's all this stage is known for. Rail grinding segments where you constantly fall off and die. I still find it quite a bold move to this day that they decide to include 06 in this game. It's like, they had a perfect out to not mention it again, considering the absolute disaster it was. You could just say it never happened and include something from Secret Rings here in its place. No one would have blamed you. Why? It's like, why do you keep constantly trying to make 06 a thing? Stop trying to make 06 a thing. I know people are defending it, but they're wrong. I suppose since we're getting into this lava segment here, one thing that I do kind of find disappointing about classic Sonic levels, the fact that there's no naturally spawning like shields in the levels, like the fire shield, the thunder shield, etc. You have to get them unlocked as like skills, which I feel sort of goes against what they were originally about in the classic games, where it's like you have these items which you can find by exploring the level. I mean, I guess they're more so trying to emulate Sonic 2 here, which even then, I'm fairly certain I haven't come across a single shield yet. Technically didn't happen at least until the remake comes out. Please no. Like, I know that it didn't actually happen, it was erased from history. That just makes it all the more confusing. Like, if it got erased from time, then how is it here? Is this place like a repository for a receptacle for all the erased time King Crimson makes? Is that how this works? Is white space just a dumping ground for all the erased clips from King Crimson? See people defend 06? Yeah, apparently. They say Memphis is a good villain. They say Silver has potential. They say Shadow doesn't play like, the back end of a horse. They're wrong, obviously. Okay, I guess we're going down the lower Saki route. Through the trash. People say it's better than Adventure 1 and 2. Yeah, that's the most concerning thing. People who say that 06 is better than the adventure games, they're allowed to vote. Just keep that in mind. People who defend 06 are voters. I mean, obviously, I'm not gonna say who you should vote for, but I wouldn't trust who they vote for. Also, yeah, that's like the one main thing I remember from this level. That's cute. I like that. That tornado's carrying everything. Okay, so I guess I can just... I was waiting for the tornado to subside, but I don't think it's subsiding. Yep. I mean, I suppose... Oh, there's the signpost. I suppose at the very least you could consider, since we are sort of reaching the end of the game, this seems like an appropriate use of bottomless pits, but even so, part of me does kind of wish that, in future we got levels with little to no bottomless pits, because honestly, I don't think anybody actually likes them as a level design feature unless it's like, something like Final Rush. Anyways, that was fun. Now it's time for the level everybody tends to speedrun. I mean, there's a fun one, but don't expect miracles from me. So I suppose I should go into a little bit of my history with 06 whilst we're here, should we? Since I seem to rag on about it a lot. I mean, I'm fairly certain I've already mentioned this before, because I've streamed 06 in the past, but, it was one of those... I know this is... Oh, this is when we get featured the Stomp, but sure, you can go over the Stomp whilst we talk about this. Obviously, I know how it works. Also, I like how this is just level design straight out of Crisis City. It's just, painted so it's not, like, post-apocalyptic. So, I used to go to a boarding school when I was a kid, and whilst there, they had an Xbox 360. Now, whilst at home, I saw those, like, iconic, really cool-looking commercials for Sonic 06. You know, the one where the Earth turns into Sonic's head and it's like, "Welcome to the Sonic Age." And I was like, oh boy, I gotta try this out. So eventually, since they had a 360 and they were looking for... And they were asking for more games to get for it. Obviously ones which are age-appropriate, so no Halo 3. Obviously, not knowing any better, I asked for 06. I played 06, and ended up being the laughingstock of the school for like a year. I've never forgiven the game for that. But as a plus, since I was only able to play it in short bursts, I very quickly found out about the manual save feature, which anybody who plays 06 seems to never know about. Yes, there is a manual save feature in 06. I'm still confused as to how nobody ever finds out about it. Like, even just like, okay, let's just pause the game in order to get like a drink or something. But then again, it's just... I guess I was just happened to be in the correct circumstances to be able to find out about, such a feature. Because I suppose in the overworld you don't need to go into the pause menu. I could definitely see someone playing this down at the club, though. Just with all the sick beats. Anyways. I suppose this being hit with the 06 not 06 secret rings not long after wasn't exactly a good thing. Though I suppose by proxy, because I wasn't necessarily embarrassed by it, I do have less ill will towards secret rings, even though I know for a fact it is the worst game in the series. Oh, I guess here we are. I mean, I would have happily taken Night Palace over this place. I'm just saying. Ow. Again, speedrunners of this game must be looking at me with just absolutely shaking it up. Oh, okay. Nice game. Well, I can definitely tell this level was adapting 06. It's like it's true to the source material. Do applaud people who are making the fan game mod sequence to make it more playable without Wii controls. Yeah. I'm imagining if I ever do play Secret Rings again, it's going to be reignited. Just so I don't have to put up with the Wii controls. And the unfortunate thing is because my Wii just disappeared, presumably after the second time it had to be taken in for repairs after it could not handle Super Smash Bros. Brawl. Which I probably should also stream at some point. Yeah, it couldn't handle Brawl, so I sent it in for repairs, and it just never came back. Presumably because at that point it probably couldn't be fixed, which I suppose doesn't help at that point. I'd basically moved on to my Wii U. I should probably try to get another Wii at some point. That'd be nice. Brawl is a Wii killer, I swear. Yeah. So note to self, if I've ever streamed Brawl, play it on the Wii U. So many stories of Brawl bricking Wiis. Yeah, I've heard of such stories as well. Anyways, Crisis City's over. As I presumably had like a crisis of faith there. You can get an achievement for getting through that without getting hit at the last part. Did you know that Tornado's carrying a car? Play the mod of 06. You mean Project 06? I have. I'm curious as to whether or not we're actually getting an update anytime soon. For like bosses and story and whatnot. Oh yeah, Blaze is here. It's funny after you beat Crisis City that Blaze just appears. Yeah, it's like as abrupt as her appearance in 06. Again, just like the source material. Thank you for your help, but still, I don't think we can let down our guard yet. I don't have the power of Welsh-tisms, I'm sorry. But I'm from Wales, aren't I? Oh. Right, he isn't here yet. I could have sworn he would be. Schrodinger's Blaze. Well, it could have been better if it looked like Silver for a second, then turned into Blaze. That would have been funny. Anyways, Oh yeah, that's right. We have money for the Mega Drive now, I think. We can finally do some Sonic 1. Finally, Miss Sword and Steel's Torture Gen's nullified statue is on your side and the storm is approaching. That's just the same as how it is with the Terror Raids. Starting to think that maybe adding the raid battles to Pokemon was a bit of a mistake. Anyways, Mega Drive controller. For some reason, this was not included in Sonic X Shadow Generations. No idea as to why. Anyways, speed up. Got a skill. Blast off. Infinite continues. Well, that's nice of them. That's nice of them. Let us just look at how many skills I can get now. Yeah, this is what I'm talking about. You can't find shields naturally in Classic Sonic's level. You have to get a skill for that, which Again, I feel just sort of misses the point. Terrorists and some improvements, emphasis on is very minuscule. If you find a magic rod, you can play the original Sonic T. Hedgehog. Let's go and do that right away. Again, just for emphasis, we're only going through Green Hill Zone. Even so, it is nice that they included this. Because they want you to encourage you to buy in Sonic Origins, but I don't want to buy Sonic Origins. Oh, and I have to play this in an even thinner aspect ratio. Oh, this is wow. Going to playing Sunshine was an excellent fight. Help and catch the legendaries I missed in those awful dens. Okay, back to game controls. I don't need to controls. I know how to play this game. Okay, I guess we just go straight into the first level. And look at that, a beautiful 60 FPS. Isn't it amazing, everybody? This is so smooth. It really is like I'm playing this back in the 90s. I will admit. I haven't really played that much of Sonic 1. It's just, I know that there's some people who are very opinionated about the fact that this is significantly better with what it does compared to the later games. We're just gonna go Green Hill this time around just so we can get back to Generation as soon as possible. It's like, yeah, stuff like that where you can really optimize your route. Also, I missed the... It's fine, it needs a pixelation filter for the model for this segment. Actually, let me see what I can find. Again, I'm putting the stream on hold. Yeah, you apparently. I'll have to send you videos about what I found. Anyways. What have we got in here? Render display, retro effects. Do we have pixelation in here? We have a VUS. We have a VUS retro filter, which isn't what I want. Chromatic aberration. Ooh, frame skipping. Ooh. Polarizing. Ooh. Oh. Deep frying. Cathode boots. Matrix. Oh. Hello, Neo. There we go. Now I just need... I'm gonna have to see if I can figure out, Is it in, let's have a look, Sound settings. Microphone... Yeah, I think I'm spending too long on this segment. I'm just gonna go back. Gain the power of 140p. As the Lord intended. Japanese censored. Well, yeah, I gotta be censored this wholesome stream. I was gonna try and betify my voice as well, but I figured that would be a bit too much. Just looks... I am wondering. Actually, I shouldn't wonder, because I already know the answer. I was gonna say, would they do this again with another future game? Just allowing you to play Sonic 1 like this on another game? And the answer, of course, is no. Not sure which version this is. I don't want to find out whether I'll die instantly by going into the spikes. Because I know about the infamous spike glitch. I don't want to be on the receiving end of it. Beautiful. It's definitely going to be adventure-free. So no, for multiple reasons, one of them being selling you the game as its own collection. Yeah. Again, they really want to sell you Origins, even though everybody hates it. I am kind of curious, because most of the negative stuff I've heard about Sonic 3 is mostly to do with the Digital Deluxe Edition. See, you get shields that naturally spawn in levels. How come that doesn't happen in Generations? Yeah. It's the Digital Deluxe Edition and the port of Sonic 3, which is sort of the main contentious ones. But I don't think there's anything else aside from that, unless you wish to correct me. Got burned by some dating demos and... Now I remember. I think I remember. They had like, demos where you could only play like 1 minute of like Ocarina of Time or Star Fox 64. I mean, it was neat, but it was annoying, because it's like, You got Ocarina of Time on here, but it took them like years after the fact until they added Ocarina of Time onto the eShop. It's like, what are you playing at? What are you playing at? You want us to play all these old games, allow us to play these old games and give you money for them. That's what we want. Or maybe not give you extra money for them if we already bought... Whatever, you know what I mean. Some mother fluffers are always trying to ice skate uphill. Yeah, again, it's... Obviously, this game is not as beginner-friendly as the later games, and I think that's sort of the point. It's like a game that gets better as you master it, as opposed to later games where it's like, you play through and it's like, okay, I've had enough. Also, the flashing effect with this, the flashing effect on the Wrecking Ball actually looks kind of good here. Get going, fat man. We don't have all day. The version of Ocarina of Time is my introduction. Really? My introduction to Wind Waker. No. Yeah, my introduction to Zelda was getting the dual disc with Wind Waker and Ocarina of Time plus Master Quest. Anyways, that's gonna be enough for now. I just wanted to go for Green Hill Zone. If you've played Earthbound, you'll know the demo's not long enough to get anywhere of interest. I don't think any... It's like, then what's the point? What's the point? So if you only have 1 minute to play it, then what's the point of adding Earthbound? It's like, Mario 1 I get. Ocarina of Time I sort of get. Part of the ball said it was Ocarina of Time with his full games to save the time that was trivial. He had all of Ocarina of Time. Really? I don't think I ever figured out how to disable the timer. Anyways, let's see if, Nope, still not here. I'm guessing you have to go and unlock all the other areas before you do that. Anyways, time to move on to, Rooftop Run. I don't know, I feel as though I just, never got along with Unleashed. It was an actual mod to the Brawl game, not an in-game feature. Okay. So you had to get... It was from the Homebrew channel, I'm guessing. Yeah, I will admit, trying to S-rank some of the missions in this stage sort of gave me a bit of an aneurysm. Obviously, we're not going to be doing that this time around, but it's just something eager to point out. Anyways. My first interaction with Unleashed. Because for some reason I'm making this into like a Sonic History segment. Only now of all times. My first interaction with Unleashed was the Wii version. Because I didn't have a 360 at the time. Obviously, I played the 360 version later, as veterans of my channel would know. But, yeah, my first experience was the Wii version. Which I'm probably going to play on stream at some point. Unfortunately, probably not via composite cables, so it's probably going to be in gross HDMI. How hideous, I know. Horrid. Honestly, for what it was worth, it wasn't, like, amazing or anything. I thought it was fine. But I do kind of... I did have this phase where I kind of wish that, the boost in all the other games worked like it did in the Wii version, where it's like it was a resource you had to manage. Yeah, one thing that I really never liked about this level, those guillotines. It's like you're trying to fly up in order to get to a higher platform, only to get sniped by a thing you couldn't see. I suppose it is kind of weird to try and be nostalgic about... Or at least it was weird to be nostalgic about these at the time, given how recent they were. Obviously, most of my knowledge of Unleashed at the time, despite eventually getting the Wii version, was just the fact that everybody hated the Werehog back then. It's like, it's frustrating and it's something that nobody asked for. Which I feel, once again, is another problem the series has had for the longest time, just including elements that nobody asked for. Like a fishing minigame, or nerfing the Emerald Radar. Physics-based ball puzzle, which doesn't work. Werehogs, etc. It's just... It feels as though for the longest time, Sonic Team has just had a habit of adding elements to the games which nobody asked for. Obviously, I get the sense that's sort of less the case nowadays, because there's like... hardly put out any games anymore, but still. I like the Werehog when I mean, sure, from an aesthetic standpoint, I can understand why you like it, Norvin, but I'm mostly talking from a gameplay standpoint. Where it was just like, you know, I really do like these Sonic Speed Stage. You know what I want to play alongside it? God of War. Like, worse God of War. That's Warhawk Song was like if God of War was a kid's game? Yeah, pretty much. Once again, definitely what every single Sonic fan known to man was asking for. It's like, I can very least understand people in the 2000s being edgy, like, dude, it'd be really cool if, like, Sonic had a gun. And so we had Shadow T. Hedgehog. And then Sonic became a laughing stock. It's like, oh, what's this? Funny cartoon character with a gun? I can't take that seriously at all. And now you got people trying to say that Shadow the Hedgehog is an underappreciated masterpiece, just like 06. I mean, to be fair, I do have a fair bit more fondness for Shadow than I do 06, so... I don't think that's necessarily a fair assessment coming from me. Alright, fine game, I'll go this way. I'll do the funny clock minigame. This reflection of Pokemon's future, adding stuff nobody wanted. That, and taking out stuff that people actually liked. Like the Chow Garden. And the Spin Dash. It's like, oh look, it's totally flying battery, it's totally flying battery, don't you know? So I love how that one is just stuck on there. It's cute. Oh, and the Wave Dash. Yeah, Sonic criminal amounts of microtransactions making Chow. Yeah, that's what I've been wondering for like a decade at this point. Why haven't they made like a Chow Garden mobile game? Just confused me so much, especially since they include Chow in a lot of the promotional material now. It's just like, look how adorable these creatures are. You remember the Chow from the 2000s, right? It's like, yeah. Are they gonna come back in any meaningful way? No. Like, sure, we'll just have, like, a Chow Park and add in Chows in the cutscenes of the re-release of this. It's afraid of making too much money actually collapse the foundation of her offices. It's like, yeah, they'll skip out on Chow Garden mobile game, but make Sonic Fall Guys, which nobody actually is fond of because it removes all the speed. And it just replaces it with the automation which everybody's been complaining about in the more recent games. Just like, everything feels so backwards. They encased Victor in plaster. They've encased everyone in plaster. Hey, you don't badmouth Vector like that. He's my main man. He's the one I relate. He's the most relatable character in the series to me. Where he's like, he can barely hold down a job. He's trying to get with, arguably one of the best, female characters in the series. You didn't hear it from me. So I also find it funny that he's just here in Spaghettia. He's just here in Spagonia because it's like, well, the only characters that were in Unleashed are already characters we unlocked in, like, the classic segment. So who do we add in here? Well, we haven't got any place where Vector's been unlocked yet. Okay, just throw him in here. Like, what does Vector have to do with Rooftop Rub? Nothing, but it's not like we can put him anywhere else. Again, also feels so weird because the actual version of Rooftop Run in Unleashed was also recent in contrast to this, so it's like getting all reference about a game that recently came out, which is weird. I mean, obviously, it's not so much a problem nowadays when this game is like 15 years old. Also, yeah, as a reminder, this game is... Not only is this game 15 years old, 06 is like 20 years old this year. It's like we keep talking about all these games, having discourse about games that happened over a decade ago. You know, that's... That should say a lot about the state of this game. The series. Flubbing. I will admit, just bouncing on the balance like that. Always quite satisfying. Oh, there actually is a way down here. Out of my way, I got places to be. Oh no, hey, it's like, remember this quick step section from the E3 trailer? It's sort of similar, right? I suppose they put it together like this, so it's like a best of Spagonia. I think that's the best way they could have put it. It's like a best of Spagonia. Well, again, kind of weird that this was the level they went with, as opposed to actually thinking about it. I think the only other level which probably would have been a good fit here would have probably been Anabat. I don't think people would have been... I mean, I like Holoska, at least aesthetically and musically. Yeah, I suppose this was the most appropriate level, but again, it's just the case of another city level. It's like back in the day, I used to just call this game Sonic City Rations, just because the majority of the levels were city-based. Distance from 06 energizes me. This sort of like... Yeah, the song definitely rocks. I was talking about the game. Most people rock the game is decades old and feel older below 6. It makes me feel more youthful. But again, it's kind of funny where you still get people like, ew, Sonic kissed a princess. It's like, that was like 20 years ago, man. Grow up. Grow up. We don't talk about it anymore. It's like 15 years. It's been 15 years. Actually, it's been 20 years. My bad. But I suppose it just sort of goes to show that all the, like, major stuff in the series only happened in, like, the first 20 years.
Thanks, Sonic.
Just goes to show just how the 2010s was sort of wasted.
Controlling that monster.
I mean, I got the sense, but okay. Someone's gotta be behind all this. We gotta take him out, Sonic. We gotta... Also, I'm not gonna say find the computer room. You'll have to wait till until I eventually get back to Shadow of 5 for that. Also, I guess he really just has been erased from the timeline, huh? Alright, I guess we'll just move on to the last level. Again, this sort of feels like a weird one, because I'm fairly certain the way these levels were picked out originally is they put, like, polls out on Twitter, because Twitter existed back then. Jeez, Twitter's, like, decades old at this point. Yeah, they put out, like, a poll on Twitter of, like, what are the most popular, like, Sonic levels from each game, and that sort of explains, the level selection. They just went with the most popular choices. Which, you know, it makes sense, but, at the same time, the fact that this is the final level... Also, Hubert Springs in the middle of the damn forest. Yeah, the fact that this is the final level is just so... unfitting. Like, sure, Planet Wisp makes sense here as a level, but part of me just kind of wishes there was, like, a final level which came after this. To add, to sort of, make it feel like a proper point. Like, if this game had an original final level, after all the classic ones, I feel that, that would have been an improvement. Also, yeah, my experience with Sonic Colors. I don't think there was really much to say at that point. It's like, I was still sort of back in it with the Sonic stuff, but I will admit my most contentious reaction was when it was first announced, and it's like, why is Sonic running around? What does it mean Sonic Colors? That's a very preschool sounding name. Along with the fact that Sonic is running along now with these Boobar rejects. What's going on with that? That wasn't intentional, but I guess we're here. I guess we're here, just standing on top of Eggborns. This equivalent of, I'll have one more drink before leaving the party, and that's flat Pepsi. I mean, I don't know. I prefer Pepsi over here. I imagine that Pepsi is different over here than it is over in the Americas, where everybody loves their conch. They go around just screaming, "I love conch." Either that or the Mountain Dew. Actually, that is an interesting question. What do you think is the more popular drink over there in the Americas? Is it conch or is it Mountain Dew? Because, I will admit, when it comes to Mountain Dew, there's one particular image that comes to my mind. I think Valerie knows which one. It's conch, hands down. It's Coca-Cola. Yeah, I suppose it makes sense. Over here, when we're not drinking, like, lager, it's usually Pepsi. Either that or Dr. Pepper or Iron Brew, depending on your region. Just, generally conch isn't as popular, because I don't think... From what I've heard, conch just generally isn't as good over here as it is over there. This is kind of weird, I know, because... It's just, I've had, there's times where I've had conch in the past. I keep calling it conch. I've had Coca-Cola in the past, and just doesn't feel as though doesn't seem like it has that much flavor, which I'm guessing if you're having it with, like, fries and whatnot, is fine by you Yank standards, but I don't know, when it comes to these sort of soft drinks, I do tend to prefer to have some proper flavor to them, otherwise I may as well just have water. Peepus. Yeah, honestly, I feel in terms of difficulty, the main point of contention here is just the saw blades, and I suppose the missiles. It's kind of weird. It's like I don't really have much to say with regards to colors. Makes me wonder if I should stream it again at some point, given my lack of commentary. Anyways. One thing that I do find kind of funny, all things considered, is just how really wanting to harken back to the classics this game was, which... I'm gonna be honest, I feel it kind of diminished a lot of what this game was going for at the time, where it's like, sure, we got all these classic callbacks, but we already had those in colors, so it's like... More so neat, I guess, as opposed to, oh wow, this really takes me back to my childhood. Look at the look, we got the classic motorbugs, even though they've already appeared in colors. Again, I feel as though if there wasn't so much classic baiting in colors, that a lot of the more sort of a lot more of the callbacks in this game would have more impact. Which obviously, when it comes to this series, it never really learned, because, like, oh, what's that? You want more classic callbacks? No, game. No, I think we're fine with this point. We want something new. More classic callbacks it is. Hey, do you miss Green Hill Zone? I miss Green Hill Zone, don't you? At this point, not really. The idea of send with his horizontal sensor bars over the years was lame. Oh, that's right. I forgot. I almost completely forgot. I was so focused on the game. Thank you for reminding me. We're back. I think you can just get rid of that now. We're back. Noticing the lack of speed because of gameplay mechanics of this Ascent After Dark. Again, I sure do love hitting the wrong channel on my TV. It's good stuff. Okay, we're back. Okay, I think I just launch myself from here. I'm just thinking, imagine if in this area they used the classic Eggman logos from like Wing Fortress. I figure that would be pretty neat. Okay, I think we're near at the end now. Just gotta get up this thing and then down here. And there we go, we win. That wasn't so bad, actually. It's almost like this was a problem in Sonic 1 too. Alright, fine, alright, fine. Again, I didn't really get much enjoyment out of Sonic 1 either. I'm trying to be more intellectual and thoughtful about this series, as opposed to more sort of wanting it to be more platform oriented, as opposed to just being the sort of automation we got with Frontiers and Forces. The series as it is fine. I just... some elements that I'd want to see more of. Like, okay. Okay, I think it's time. You can feel free to clip this as you wish, Phil. My sort of ideal Sonic game. Strictly 3D speaking. So, he's still not here. Controls-wise, you got your roll, or your duck. It's like you roll if you move, you duck if you're stationary. That can be on, like, the X button, though I think it would feel more natural if it was on, like, a right trigger, thinking more in terms of this 360 controller I'm holding. So it's like you can crouch, and then you can press the jump button, which it can either be A, or if you're really feeling fruity, you can map it to the right bumper. You know, so you can sort of have that bumper jumper, so you can have jump and roll while still having full control of the camera on the right stick. And that's really all you need, outside of maybe Y button for interacting. You know, with stuff like Light Dash, if you want to add it in, or just picking stuff up, just map that to the Y button, you should be fine. Like, and then you can sort of have jump in the air again to have a sort of character's air ability, like Sonic's drop dash, or Tails' flight, Knuckles' glide, Amy's double jump / hammer spin, etc. Again, I'd rather they just go back to the movesets how they are in, well, basically Superstars, really. I feel that's sort of nailed it there. Like, honestly, I even took the physics from Superstars as well. I don't think people would necessarily mind. Spice of a mountain, your jump is now right stick clicking. I mean, to be fair, if you really want to sort of minimize buttons, you could put interact on L3, just like in Frontiers, which still feels kind of sacrilegious, but it is what it is. You know, just sort of make a very, very simple control style. You know, really sort of focusing on rolling physics and slope jumping. You know, just sort of get those fundamentals down. And have levels that really sort of take advantage of those rolling physics. And that's, I feel, really all you need. If you really want something to sort of spice things up, I feel that not only adding more characters in, like, you know... Oh, here we go. Adding more characters in, like, you know, Shadow and, you know, Mighty and Ray, maybe Trip if you're feeling spicy, even though her skill set is basically identical to Amy's. Maybe the Chaotix if you can figure out how to adapt their Chaotix movesets. Or make completely different movesets, because obviously Mighty doesn't have his wall kicks in Mania. And then you could sort of get more experimental with power-ups as well. Like, one idea I did sort of like is the idea of a... Oh, you need to homing attack an enemy. Yeah. I like the idea of maybe something like an ice shield. You know, it's sort of a counterpart to the fire shield where you don't get frozen or damaged by sort of ice-based environmental things like ice spikes. And for the ability, it's basically you turn into the block of ice you do from Press Garden Zone, where you can sort of do that at will, sort of like the Tanuki statue from Mario 3. And you just sort of use it to slip and slide around. You can possibly use it on the ground as well. That's one thing... That's another thing that I feel will be interesting as well. Just having a button, maybe the X button, just sort of dedicated to shield abilities, so all the characters can play with the shields instead of just relegating them to Sonic. So that's something I do kind of... Oh. That's something I do kind of feel is a little disappointing when it comes to going back to the classic games. The fact that only Sonic is allowed to play with the cool shields. Not Tails, not Knuckles, not Amy, not Mighty, not Ray, not Trip. Just Sonic. And you know, you could... One idea I also quite liked is a sort of gimmicky thing. I did sort of like the potential of possibly being able to mix the abilities of two shields at once, because you have those moments in the classic games where you have something like a lightning shield, which, you know, you're happy to have for the rest of the level. Then you accidentally come across and jump on a bubble shield, and it's like, well, your thunder shield's gone, so now you just have to put up with a bubble shield. Imagine if you were able to just, instead of just losing your thunder shield, you instead had essentially the combined powers of both a bubble and a lightning shield. Where it's like, you could have the sort of screen wipe effect, which you can do once. Maybe that would be too much. Like, generally just combining... I suppose it would be interesting to sort of combining the lightning shield and bubble shield, so your shield ability would be like a super bounce. Where it's like, it's the bounce you get from the bubble shield, but it goes even higher. Or that sort of thing. Or, you know, just, you know, bubble shield and fire shield, where you just sort of barrel downwards in a forwards trajectory. You know, that's just blowing up everything in your path, that sort of thing. You know, you can just get some real weird and funny with it. Like having a combining fire and ice to have like an ice block which just boosts forward at high speeds. That'd be pretty funny. The trigger should be for switching directions without having to lose your speed. I can kind of see that. Again, this is just something I've been thinking about for the longest time. Also, I feel this is another instance of... Oh, I was going to say, this feels like another instance of being essentially a best of Little Planet from... Not Little Planet, Planet Wisp from Colors. Just remember what Sonic games reminded me of Vanguard. Please don't remind me of Vanguard at the moment. I'm happy. I'm happy at the moment. You don't have to do... Oh. Well, that's my bad. It's like I don't tend to go down that route. I didn't realize there was actual, like, platforming I had to do there. Real nice, the geometry just constantly messing me up. My favorite part of Planet Wisp. Also the fact that it is just a big reference to Sonic CD, with just the planetoid with chains on it. Minecart sections are pretty fun, though. Like, even if this is arguably the worst level in the game, or at least the worst zone in the game, still I'm having a fair bit of fun with it. Actually, that is a fairly interesting point now that I think about it. What would you all say is the worst level in this game? Not including missions, so the Vector Rhythm game, which we're not going to be doing this time around, because I have work tomorrow. What do you think is the worst level in this game? Fantabby Dozy. Worth it! This is just dreadful for the rest mechanics. I can kind of see that, just not being a big fan of the sort of stop-start mentality this whole thing has. That's fair. So, what was up with that caterpillar just sort of stuck in the wall there? Feels like he's having a bad day. Whoosh! I mean, saying what you will about this level, it sort of does feel at the very least like it's at least somewhat forgiving with regards to mistakes, because, like, we get to this area and we fall down, potentially, and you get the sense it's like, oh no, I'm gonna have to start all over again, but not really. It's like there's actual, like, different parts of the level you could fall down to and you can recover somewhat. Emphasis on somewhat. Come on, Rocket, we don't have all day. Alright, I guess you do have all day. You know, I'm gonna be honest. This is one of those levels which I'm genuinely surprised never actually returned in Crossworlds. But it's like, you'd think that this whole thing about traveling to different dimensions and whatnot, this would be like an obvious sure, considering it was like all the rage in Team Sonic Racing. Is like all the promotional material featured a lot of, well, both Skyroad, which is in Crossworlds, and Planet Wisp, and yet it's not there. So could you have a Sonic game where the points have been made already? Yeah. It is just one of the most annoying things about the series, really, where it's like, a lot of these games, when they aren't objectively terrible, just have one or two aspects about them which just sort of drag the experience down, even if slightly. And then there's just those games which are just objectively bad and you can't convince me otherwise. You know, now that I think about it, didn't really want to get into this in this particular stream, but I feel as though, as time has gone on, I've grown up. End of the level. Look at that cool camera shot. I feel as though as a kid, I was more sort of a Pokemon kid rather than a Sonic kid, mostly just because back then Pokemon was a lot more consistent in quality, where we had, like, you know, essentially Ruby and Sapphire straight through to Black and White 2. Just that golden run, essentially, that was fabulous. Classic Planet Wisp. Oh, really? I suppose I just was lucky in that it didn't seem too bad for me. Anyways, that's Planet Wisp done. Now we shall see if we can finally find that one guy.
Dude, there's the emerald.
Did you think that it'd only get better from Fire Red Leaf Green? Well, yeah. I had no reason not to believe that. I know Charmy's encased in resin. Anyways, let's get moving.
Pretty slick move, huh?
You're gonna get people complaining about me doing that for like a decade. I need to know, though, recently I feel a lot of these Sonic 1 is an underrated masterpiece, folks are skimming, if that makes any sense, to analyze the levels without actually playing the game, experience what it feels like. Maybe.
I was scared because somebody took me, but now I'm free! I'm a freebie! 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 Whee! Oh, hey!
And then it just reverses with him getting encased in resin again. Come on, son, let's get the bottle rolling! No thanks. Yep, Mr. Brain Damage himself is back. Anyways, time for more. Oh, we got It Doesn't Matter. We got the only song that does matter. One thing, I don't know what... Oh, here you are, Twink. Sonic, is that really you? Or are you some kind of fake sent for the Chaos Emeralds? Well, we needed some excuse to fight. Yep, I will be sure to obliterate him for you all. And I feel I have more of a natural foundation, in my opinion, than it's a Sonic game. Well, yeah, it is. I'm not gonna say it hasn't aged well, because that's not true. Though, fun fact, honestly, fun fact. I suppose this sort of goes to show... I think I've already mentioned this before, but, I think it was like 10 years ago at this point. I was going to visit my sister in Bristol, I think it was. Yeah, I think it was Bristol. Might have been Brighton. No, it was Bristol. And we went into this one like hobby store with like Pokemon Mega Blocks and whatnot. And there was just this arcade. There was just like this arcade machine there, and there was a guy playing on it, and he was playing Sonic 1 like in a speedrunny fashion. And the funniest thing about it is, after beating Spring Yard Zone, I actually heard him say, "Please not Labyrinth Zone next," and then it just cut straight to Starlight Zone. So yeah, obviously, I mean, aside from me knocking Silver in the crotch there, obviously Sonic 1 isn't a masterpiece. I mean, obviously that's not the case because Labyrinth Zone exists, so it's like, even if we go over all these like intricacies and whatnot, I can totally, I totally understand why people don't like Sonic 1 purely because Labyrinth Zone exists. That was supposed to be the second level, don't you know? Honestly, one thing that has also been in my mind for a fair while of something I would want to see from the series is, like, a proper sort of, Mania/Superstars-esque remake of Sonic 1, which also includes all the levels from the Game Gear version. So it's like Green Hill, Bridge Zone, Jungle, Labyrinth, Marble, etc. And then ending with Scrap Brain and Skybase. I thought that would be pretty cool. But what I'm trying to say is the speedy platform is not really like that. Again, the speed comes from mastery, though. The speed comes from mastery, you gotta understand. Also, the fight's almost over already.
Meteor smash!
Oh no.
It's like, see, I can totally sell the entirety of everyone in this game, Sonic. It just, you gotta believe me. You gotta believe I'm the strongest character in this series, Sonic.
Yep. Totally believe you, buddy. Oh, so yeah, we still have Quentin Flynn here voicing Silver. I mean, at the very least, there's still definitely an improvement compared... Oh, I'm about to die. Yeah, this is definitely still an improvement compared to his boss fight in 06, but that's not really saying much. Die.
You think you're the weed, you're not even the plant. Basically, I came back from the future and Trigger was waiting for me. He really said...
You think it's just got a high skill set? Yeah, that's it. It's just, it has a very high skill ceiling, which I'm not gonna try and lord over everybody saying skill issue, but I feel it really is the case with Sonic 1, which I suppose that's sort of the main flaw with Sonic 1. It's like, I get what you mean when you say that Sonic 2 was more of a course correction than anything, because obviously it wasn't the most beginner-friendly. And then again, I suppose you could argue that gamers back then were just built in an unorthodox manner. Real Striggler Silver finding out what the word twink means.
Hey, Blaze, what's a twink?
Alright, hold up a minute, Silver. You go.
What, twinks are...
No, it's what's in the mirror, you little twink.
I'll put out that ball of fire. Call me with the Y button.
I remember this level being kind of fun.
This is a ball of fire. Press the Y button to call on Blaze for help.
Press the Y button to... Okay, so Blaze was Sonic's stand the whole time. She eradicates flames with a busted homing attack. Oh, and I guess she also kills enemies as well. Sweet. With the power of friendship. So that's how it goes. It's like, the Sonic 3D Blast music is used for friend missions, and, the Sonic Battle music is used for, rival missions. That's kinda neat. Blaze just starts laughing like Vegeta. Sonic with his stand, future lawsuit. Absolute criminal did not get a Rouge mission. Oh, wait. Oh, that's right. I completely forgot about the Rouge mission. I forgot. I'm so sorry. It's like, I knew we were forgetting something. You know what? You know what? After this, I'll do the Rouge mission just to, make up for it, alright? There's going to be a Rouge mission. There we go. Double user engage. I'm obliterating scores from my EV training. You're really getting serious about this, huh? You really want to make this my retirement match, huh? Whatever, here's the key. Alright, let's go and do a Rouge mission now. I know the perfect one. It's this one. The Temptress. Apparently, it's like they know. They know, yeah, we know what Rouge is most known for, so, they're gonna have it so even robots are, seduced by her. What do you think of that? It's like, alright, but nobody asked. Those poor robots. And he brings 6 squawkabillies. It's like, Rouge, do something about that robot shield, will you? I do quite like how this is at nighttime, though. This is... Part of me does kind of wish that we'd got the option of replaying these levels in, like, with, like, different, skyboxes. Like, imagine being able to go for this level normally at nighttime or in the evening. Like, actually being able to go through Speed Highway at dawn. That would be awesome. I can't believe it. Her temptress sorceress ways aren't working anymore. Whoa, Mama 10101. Oh yeah, this game had speed in it. That's right. Well, I guess it's now time for Rouge's seduction attacks to inexplicably double in range. I guess she too has accepted that VoD is superior. I mean, in terms of artwork, obviously. Get up there, you. We're not done yet. Also nice that it goes through walls. That's nice. Alright, last one. Unfortunately, we don't have a team blast, so we're just gonna have to, make do. That was a mistake. Damn it, real one, real hell, the longest, the real troop 2D, 3D, real Android appeals, all medium, something, something. Yeah, fair enough. Again, I'm just sort of jesting here. I do like the funny, pot and pan noise that, it makes when you bounce off the shields. It's funny. I don't think I have to fight you, actually. Yep. Yep, time for more inexplicable homing attack chains, which go by very sluggishly. I mean, not as sluggishly as Frontiers, obviously, but, it's like... It is kind of sad compared to how quickly you could spam off homing attacks in Heroes, right? Where it's just like... Alright, just a couple more. Just... Oh, I could just go up here now. That robot gets to live. Metallica Circa 2001 sounding shield. Just making that loud clang noise from the sea Rouge. Oh, that's, it's probably nothing you should worry about. Anyways, that's Rouge level done. Obligatory Rouge level has been completed. And I got Sonic Boom for my troubles. The, what should have been the final boss music of this game. Anyways, time for missions. Time for missions. I think I know exactly which one I want to get from Crisis City. It's just a matter of finding it first. There we go. There we go. We finally get the Flame Shield. Again, you cannot find this normally in-game. You have to get this and then unlock it. It's like, it's not even unlocked normally. It's like, it's unlocked for you to buy in the shop, which... Why? I also really do quite like the feedback you got in the fight. So like, whoa! I mean, obviously it's just the same effect as the boost, but still. It's hefty, it's powerful. It's gone. It even has, like, the same sound effect from Sonic 3 as well. I'm happy. It's like, I am happy. Oh yeah, that's something that you couldn't do in Sonic 3. You couldn't flame boost out of your, out of a spring. That's against the rules. You're breaking the rules, game, but honestly, I don't really mind. Because honestly, that's something which I... Yeah, I will admit, there's some aspects of the classic which I feel could be improved on. Oh, and they even got these things from Starlight Zone again. Yeah, that's one thing I feel could definitely be, some things that I feel could be improved about the classic games. One thing, Knuckles. I know it's a weird thing to point out, but Knuckles, honestly, with how his glide works, I feel it could be better. I feel like some people have already pointed this out, just the fact that whenever he drops out of a glide in the classic, he just drops like a stone. It just makes him less fun to play than he should. You know, it just sort of breaks up the flow, you know? It's a shame, really, because everybody was making such a big deal. Oh, Knuckles is such a cool character until Shadow, obviously, hit the scene. Now nobody cares any... Now, Knuckles is basically, Piccolo of the series. Like, sure, he has his fans, but nobody really cares about him like Shadow. You broke the rules, you broke them! Dagnammit, dagnammit, dagnammit! I'm not sure anybody actually... Okay, new skills in the shop. It's like, you don't even get, You don't even unlock it normally. You have to go to the shop in order to get it. What a ripoff. Anyways, that's that key done. Where is the key? Why are you hiding the key from me, game? Actually, did I already get it? Is that it? Did I already get the thing? Watch out for Charmate. Nope. No, thank you. I'm not interested. Actually, let me just check the final boss fight. See if I actually... No, not the final boss, but the next boss fight. Let's just check. Have I got... Okay, so I did get that key. I just forgot. Anyways, let's find a mission that's an interesting mission for us to do in Rooftop Run. And all things considered, I feel we've made some pretty decent time with this. Relatively speaking. And your own time, game. Okay, we're just here at Planet Wisp, which I don't want to be yet. Take me back to the dinosaur days. It feels I'm losing my mind a little. Let's see what this is. Okay, go boarding across the rooftops to change time. Obviously, we're not going to be doing the Vector mission because no thank you. Okay, there's more Crisis City stuff. No. Okay, let's get Endless Boost. Endless Boost is a fun one. It's like you get Endless Boost, but you're not allowed to pick up rings, so it's like good for perfect runs. I'm gonna die. A lot. Yeah, I quite liked putting this ability over Race to Win from Rivals 2. Just seemed to be fitting, just like always boost to win. Get out of my way, robot. Okay, that wasn't so bad. Easy victory, and we get Endless Boost for our troubles. Yeah, you do get a lot of cool stuff for doing all the optional missions and whatnot. Like, obviously, I'm fairly certain it's Planet Wisp you get all the red rings. You unlock the homing attack for Classic Sonic. Okay, got Sweet Mountain. Let's move on to Planet Wisp. Give me that key. We may as well do the charmy one. Go for it. And we get another mission with a cool skybox. That's where I heard a bell sound like Scarlet from Scarlet Violet. I feel that's just seeping into your brain, Noivern. You should probably you should probably seek help with that. Also, we've just hit the 3-hour mark. At least on the stream. At the very least, this whole mechanic here is pretty fun, as it basically also gives you an extra jump. You know, it's nice and fun. Also, this reminds me of that one mission from Mario Galaxy, where you had to navigate through all the lasers in a bubble. You didn't see that. You didn't see that either. I think it was the Terror Raid Ready Up sound. Oh. I can't believe it. Pokemon Company using stock sound effects. It's like I can never trust them again. Okay, I think this is the hard part. Or is it? Because I could just spam this. I mean, we'll say this at the very least in regards to these, like, challenge modes. A lot of the stuff they add does make for some pretty fun additions. Except for this part. I remember this part being, pain. Okay, that's a little bit more manageable. That is not quite as manageable. I could see it, and now it's all within my reach. I'll take it. Is that why you don't drink soda anymore? Because you're blind, you can't see the labels. This said something happened to me playing ODST on the original. Oh, really? Yeah, I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that. I should play when you're at the limbo doors. What, you mean this one? Get back here, you. Got more artwork, and, where's this last key? Where's the key? The key, where's the key? There's the key. Pokemon Company. Alright. And after this is the last emerald, I believe. Time for us to suffer with this level. I do definitely appreciate them bringing back this piece of music. You know, the real Eggman theme. You know, it's one of those things where I at the very least can appreciate them bringing this back for like Crosswords and whatnot. I wish it just came back more often, because it is a great theme. This goes if feeling CS 2 items I will never ever use suddenly worth a lot of steam time to buy them. Ah, I see. Alright, it's time for this boss fight again, except I'm not fighting it as the Werehog, so it's better received. Better received. Just get over here so I can punch you in the face. Funnily enough, the first time I actually fought the Egg Dragoon in at least the 360 version of Unleashed was on stream. So you can probably see my reactions there with how that turned out. It's funny as well, because I don't actually remember all that much about the Wii version of this boss fight. I probably should, but I just don't. Oh yeah, and here we are. I know that Stalk Flame sound effect. That was in Star Fox Adventures. Time for a change of pace. What do you think I'm trying to do? Have a free sample of my Super Freeze Breath. Yeah, I remember this boss fight could be quite annoying. Gotcha. What, you're gonna say, you little? This boss fight isn't the same without him saying, you little.
Here goes. Time for a change of pace.
Because this worked out so well. Oh, it actually did work. I was gonna say, oh, because it worked out so well the last time. And it actually did. Hit the close environment so he can't backflip into the abyss. Oh, nice. Just snipe me whilst, switching dimensions. That's fair. I think I complained about that when I did this, the HD version as well. Get over here already. Change of pace. I mean, I could arguably say that about the series as a whole at this point, but, we can't all be choosers, eh? Also, I do quite like that you can just see the Earth's core in the background there. Even though I'm fairly certain this looks nothing like how Eggman Land looked in Unleashed. It's one of those funny quirks. Bop. Like, that looks like the platform in which you actually fight Egg Dragoon in the, in Unleashed. Yeah, I think he's getting angry. You missed that time, didn't you? How did I miss that? Like you're seeing the boost ramps popping in, right? It isn't just me. Actually got you that time. Alright. Come on over. I'm not sure the camera was supposed to do that. Anyways, I know, but I want to punch you in the nose. Come over here, coward. Come on over. You're not an intellectual. You're a fake and a fraud. They're putting potions in... I don't like them putting potions in the water that turn us into frogs. Do you understand that? Bop. Oh, that was it. I think you were supposed to beat this boss whilst falling down the pits. I think it is, which implies that when busting through the core and Unleashed was totally intentionally had a huge research area surrounding the Earth's core. That sounds like Robotnik at the very least. Somehow still got an S rank for that. No idea how. Now it's time for my favorite line in this game.
I can't believe this. I was supposed to beat you this time.
Ah, I'm sorry. I didn't get that memo. I beat you every time. No, seriously. We beat this guy every time. It's like it's our job or something.
Oh, shut up.
What's Eggman even doing here?
Eggman being an accident funny is even funny now. The Onion owns in the ones that's putting Tim Heideggers in charge of it. Yeah, I've heard, from what I've heard, it's not that funny. It's kind of unfortunate. It's like you can't really recapture the manic energy of Alex Jones. It's like, say you want about his, about his, let's just say theories to be safe, but he sure as hell is an entertaining guy. Anyways, that's all the emeralds. We've got them all. The Depression Onyx Stones is beautiful and makes my throat hurt in sympathy. I mean, there is that at the very least. Decent impression. Now it's your chance to be an egg shot. Time for a step in the right direction. Well, I can't believe you do this to me. Also, let me just check real quick. Okay, that is all the emeralds. The gears are broken. If you insert the Chaos Emerald into each gear, its power may be able to repair it. Repair all the gears with the Chaos Emeralds. Again, this feels kind of, again, this is supposed to be like a calm before the storm, like, ooh, now you have all the emeralds, you can proceed, but, again, still wish we had, like, an actual final level before the final boss. Like, maybe one similar to Eggman Land, where you're switching between both Sonics as you go through. That would be pretty cool. But, no, we don't get that, because, this game has less originality in it than I do. I do kinda wonder, what exactly is powering these gears? Because, like, are they just supposed to be moving on their own? Is that it? I'm assuming that's it. Anyways. Also, note these move quite slowly. Shouting me, well, hey son, check out this longer version of Rap. Hey son, check out this longer version of Rattle Highway, it's so cool. I know it's your favorite. Yeah, it would be quite funny, because I feel that after Shadgen came out, people looked back at Frontiers and realized that it's aged worse than Adventure somehow. And then we come back to, and then I'm wondering if with whatever game comes out next, we're going to end up looking back at Shadgen and realizing, ooh, that didn't age well either. I mean, probably not, but still. These clocks run on time all day, every day. But yeah, what's powering the clockwork? What is making them move? I mean, aside from the Chaos ones, like, so they're coming back to us. Also, watch out. Imagine if all the Chaos ones gathered up back there together again and the yellow one just exploded. That'd be funny. Anyways, the gears spin because of Sonic apologists. I'm willing to believe that. Anyways, main stage. Let's just get this over with. Final boss time, here we go! The 7 Sonic 06 Defenders.
Okay, whatever you are. If you want to avoid an embarrassing beatdown, you better give up now.
Yeah, and I'm just here as well, I don't have anything to say.
To demand anything, you nasty little pincushion.
Eggman! But how?
He had
This
a
was
little
cute.
help.
Dr. Robotnik!
Nobody calls me that anymore.
Ah!
If you would be so kind as to explain, gentleman genius Dr. Eggman from the future. It will be
Ready to watch out of here, you have some homing shots to look out for. Oh, you don't need to worry about that.
Man of the past. After my most recent setback,
Yeah, I think this is like the first proper instance of one game's ending directly leading into the beginning of another game, that being Colors. He just casually just finds the Time Eater out in space.
It could erase time and space. I then had the brilliant idea to use my discovery to undo my previous.
The transition from Robotnik's manic voice to Robotnik's talk about some educators. The newspaper and so much. Shush. Look forward to the Shadow of Hedgehog flick for the Stints model jiggles and with the recoil of the guns. I'm not sure if they'll be able to get that to work, unfortunately.
Captured your friends, flinging them through time to bait my traps.
But the more your monster tears through time, the more damage you do to the world.
The world? I'm going to own the world when I'm finished with Sonic.
A Sonic, an Eggman laugh so good that they didn't bother to replace it in the remaster.
We'll see who's crazy
That's the Sonic
after I
Motors.
destroy both Sonics forever.
Is that going to be like that one peripheral in Ultra Kill? I'm sure you know the one.
Destroy
So Hardy
me?
almost triggers a cardiac
You with your
event.
mustache. I beat you all the time by myself, and now there's 2 of me.
Then I'll have twice as much fun defeating you.
Telling your friend about the peripheral last. Oh no. Mike Paul just said, I'm not doing. Just said, I am not doing that again. I mean, fair, fair.
All you want, I'm still going to stump you into a blue jelly.
Mike Paul, the one-take wonder. That probably explains his performance in Frontiers, at least. I can't believe it's Sonic's fluffing dead again. He uses one weakness, a crushing hazard.
That was just to soften you up. Now it's time to meet your doom.
Specifically, Doom on DOS. Sonic in the Yamcha pose.
Smack him! Not you!
You've got this, Sonic.
You can win, Sonic.
Who are they?
Looks like he got his neck
You're
snapped.
insignificant.
Oh, they're insignificant. Again, that really just feels like commentary on how most of the extended cast was viewed in the late 2000s, mostly from journalists.
You can win, Sonic. You always do.
It's like, oh god, there's more of them.
Time to scramble some Eggman. Super Sonic.
Oh sure, oh boy, I sure can't wait for that voice line to be reused in every Super Smash Bros. Game in future. It was definitely better than "Now I'll show you." Because Kirk is legit great. Regrettable first impression of Shadow's voice. Yeah, that's also fair. I think for this particular boss fight, I have a. I want to do something real quick. I want to do something to do this fight a little bit more justice because it sucks. We're not gonna be bothered by homing and shots anymore. Stent bit incoming. You think this is gonna be funny? This is more so tributes. So do bear with me. Do bear with me. First we're gonna want to do that real quick. Lots of fun stuff going on my dashboard right about now. Anyways, I think it's fine. I think it's fine. We can manage. We can manage. Just have to set up some music. Set that on loop for the time being. And let's do it to it. Obviously, you'll be able to hear it, but I won't. Let's fluffing go! This is the song that should have been used for this final boss fight, because it's like tradition at this point. You gotta have a cool Crush 40 song to wrap out the game with the Supersonic boss fight. This game doesn't do it for whatever reason, so it's like, fine game, we'll do it ourselves. I'm fairly certain there's already mods which already include this, so it's fine. Obviously, I'm not doing all that good at this particular fight, but it's fine, it's fine. We'll get there eventually. I remember Crush 40 in Sonic 1. There was no Supersonic in Sonic 1, though. Checkmate, atheists. Unfortunately, this way we don't get any sound effects. But at the same time, we don't get any homing shots, so be grateful. Again, I just have it on loop, so it may stop for a little bit after a while, but oh, what do you think that was gonna do, buddy? Again, it sort of feels like going into 2D there is kind of pointless. It's like in 3D, you can still get, like, more rings and whatnot. Gotcha again. What is bro yapping about? I don't know. That's just Noivern, I guess. One thing that I also kind of find weird about in this particular boss fight is that there's such a long pause between Eggman's lines. I know it's supposed to obviously be one Eggman talking and then another, whether it's modern or classic, but at the same time, it's kind of difficult to tell because they're both voiced by Mark Pollock. Like a Sonic Hero or a Night in the Wind. Honestly, I'm kind of surprised this wasn't put in the remaster, considering this is basically the modus operandi for for Flynn's writing. Bit crushed 40. Oh no, he's doing Hyper Beam. Also funny, it feels as though it's nearly impossible to run out of rings here. The world! Like a Night in the Wind. Shut the fluff up, Silver. It would be pretty funny if Silver just said that out of nowhere with no context whatsoever. Alright, his bottom half is gone now, so, damn it. Come on, get over here, we're not finished yet. I forgot how many hits it takes. I think we're near the end at the very least. Oh, okay, we're at the end, so unfortunately we have to say goodbye to Sonic Youth. It's a bit sad that we're going to get any more Crush 40 songs in the future. Yeah. Oh, song finished with decent timing, again. Alright, just let's bring her home. Was a cool tune? Yeah. A little bit sad, we'll likely get any more Crush Future and Future Sonic games. I feel like it's time to move on. Yeah. Though I do get the sense in that case that, it really just feel like the end of an era. Honestly, it sort of feels like with how I'm getting on, it may be time for me to move on as well. It's just something I've been thinking about for a long time, really. I mean, it's probably not going to be abandoning the series altogether, more just sort of enjoying the games that I grew up with and just sort of letting the younger generation get on with things. It's like, I've had my fun, and can still continue to have my fun.
Sonic, press left bumper and right bumper at the same time to combine your powers.
Still have no idea why they decided to go with Sonic 4 music for this. They're in the 2010s, they're going to struggle to find their musical identity. I feel they're trying to go back to Crush 4 now, this will be nostalgia pandering. I can kind of see it, but then again, is that really anything new for the series at this point? I mean, I would be down for... I wouldn't mind Crush 40 sort of being put out to pasture, as it were, assuming that this series actually does go on to do new things. With, you know, new ideas, new locations, new gimmicks, etc. As opposed to just, you know, referencing older games and older levels. It's like, I'm ready for new stuff. First try.
Still warm.
You can tell it's processed because it still tastes the same after 15 years. Also, I'm fairly certain those cupcakes are plastic. Also, those just like crackers in a basket there? Not even any cheese? Barbarians?
Bad? Are you kidding?
Haha, it's funny because Amy has idiot strength.
He collects
Enjoying this conversation before enjoying parts of the series you like and occasionally dipping in to see what's new. I don't think being glued to one series that you aren't enjoying is good.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I keep forgetting to
I
ask.
getcha. Also, I do kind of like that funny little line. Where does it keep all those gold rings? It feels a lot more natural than them trying to do more science battle with the time travel. Just don't question it, it's fine. It's thankfully it's a self-mic-breaking hot dog that you crack in half like a growth stick. Get its whole rabbit cake. I don't know. I'm always partial to carrot cakes, and that's how Santiago learned the homing attack.
And you're only gonna get better.
There's our ride.
Presumably off to go get quashed by the Brotherhood Metallics. I mean, they're bound to show up eventually in STC at the very least. Alright, it's time for more Mazon Runner adventures.
Enjoy your future. It's gonna be great.
Ha 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 ha. If only. Forever young, I want to be forever young. Do you really want to live forever? Forever and ever. Forever young, I wanna be forever young. Do you really want to live forever? Forever young. Jackie doesn't know. Watch to a slice of cheesecake. Shush. Why so massive it should cause another multiverse crisis. So yeah, that was Generations again. I mean, obviously, obviously it's not perfect. I still do have some qualms with how Santiago plays, with how heavy his jump is, and how it doesn't really necessarily feel anything like the classics. But in its own right, it has been a good run. As for my thoughts on the series as a whole, I am still open to critiquing things how they are now, but honestly, things nowadays are so much better than they were back in, like, the 2010s. It's so unreal. It's to the point where complaining almost doesn't feel fair, which I guess is what people are getting at when they defend stuff like Frontiers and the IDW comics so zealously. But it's good to still be able to critique something you love. Like, for instance, I just love the fact that even there, in the gameplay demo there, they still flubbed up that Crumbling Cliff portion in Sky Sanctuary. That always screws you over. Enjoy your future, it's gonna be mid. Yeah, there's really the damnedest thing about it, because it really just feels like, even now, when Sonic's future is supposedly brighter than ever, that Sonic's best years have been behind him ever since this game came out. Like, again, to the point where, as I mentioned previously, that if no Sonic games, or Sonic media for that matter, had been released after this game, I would have been perfectly satisfied. It's like, just if the series had just been sort of confined to this little time capsule from 1991 to 2011, I mean, that's still like 20 years worth of stuff for you to go back to, you know, between games and movies and TV shows and comics. It's like, this first 20 years, this first crazy, tumultuous, tempestuous 20 years, it feels as though you have all the Sonic you really need, which, I don't know. Maybe the fact there hasn't actually been that much content since then has sort of made it so we can still appreciate these old games and not just have them be cast aside as like relics. But even then, I suppose, even in that sense, the classics still endure. Like, look at Mario 64. Even with how advanced stuff like Mario Odyssey is, people still go back to it, so... Sonic's future's brighter than ever. That's the glow of a nuclear bomb. Oh no. I also really do quite appreciate that, them just showcasing, look at all these levels that you just went through. Go and play these games. Or, do you remember these games and how much fun you had as a child? Those times are over now. Get in the office block, you... Get in the office block, slave. Looking forward to Frontiers 2 and Silver Generations. I mean... It's gonna be very interesting to see what kind of tie-in they do for movie 4. Because is it gonna be like a Metal Sonic themed expansion for an existing remaster for another game, or is it going to be very much Amy focused. Supposed to remember the Sonic Hero Sim that was in first. Aww. Aw, how nice. Which one though? Because there was like 2. Sonic Adventures was my introduction to Huh. How about that? It's like we all came together to bond over Sonic except for this one. Still shouldn't have been in this game. Just you had every opportunity in the world to banish it from everybody's memories and just treat it like a bad dream, and yet you still keep bringing it up for whatever reason. And then you got people insisting that this game is actually some kind of hidden masterpiece, and it's like, you could have avoided this, Sonic Team. You could have avoided this bad future by just completely scrapping this game when you still have your skeleton crew. It's like, it is funny, since they'll mention it, this game really is just the result of sunk cost fallacy. And as such, they had every obligation to cancel it. The 6 defenders to play the mod revoked all the gameplay. I mean, that's probably the case. They just tell you to play Project 06. Honestly, I feel as though I want to give Unleashed another shakedown at some point. Because for what it was worth, even though it is definitely a lot more difficult, and I did struggle a fair bit with it on my first go-around, especially with Eggman Land, honestly, it's definitely not as bad as I remember. And I can definitely see why people definitely appreciate it to this day, especially with its storytelling. With arguably one of the best portrayals of Sonic in the series to pair along with Black Knight. And Shakedown, you say, hush. Is it cool to catch your streams to see your take on various games? Well, I'm glad you appreciate me and my ramblings. It does mean a lot that you give me the time of day in that respect, as opposed to very many other voices in this wide community. I mean, nothing against them, honestly, but you know, I'm just a little guy, even though it doesn't look like it. I'm just a little guy trying to make my way in the universe. I would say the joke of ooh boo, but then it streams are fun to listen to while I work on it. Yeah, I think that's the best thing. That's the best takeaway from these. Is like come for the balloons, stay for the TED Talk, or the various mismatched puzzle pieces of a TED Talk. Given my my tendency to just drop. My tendency to just drop conversations when I get distracted by something else. Oh, look. And here we go, wrapping it up. With all these iconic moments. Except those ones. We're oh. Hush. Anyways, Backbone Entertainment. Happy birthday, you blue bastard! But the ears are stretchy fighting weapons instead of arms. Why were the arms stretchy? Because God of War. That's why. It was because of God of War.
Are you sure you saw a door over here? What? You were the one who said you saw a door over here! Well, I know it was one of us. Shut up and keep looking.
Also, I like how they're supposed to be arguing here, but you can still hear their footsteps.
What time is it? It's the exact same time.
I think classic Eggman design is more fun. Yeah, I do still definitely like classic Robotnik design.
Let me just say that this was a brilliant.
Part of me kind of wishes they go back to it in some form, or at least take more aspects from it, like the cape.
It'll be your plan pretty soon. I'm gonna dedicate the rest of my life to forgetting it.
Robotnik, you're just making a closed-loop paradox.
Do we ever win? That depends on your definition of win. Beating Sonic.
Well, there was Adventure 2, and there was Riders, where he got the treasure of Babylon and threw Sonic out of the spaceship.
That's not a bad idea. I've always enjoyed telling people what to do.
Like modern design looks like a dude who trades crypto class like he double parks across the handicap zone. Well, there we go. We got Super Saiyan. Not that we're gonna use it because, yeah, I think we're just going to call it for now. So, once again, happy birthday. Here's hoping that the series endures longer than Star Wars has. You know, it is funny to think that potentially the Sonic series is gonna end up in a healthier spot in its 40th anniversary than Star Wars. Just think about that for a sec. That's like damning. Anyways, I think I'm just going to continue without saving. Bring me back to the home menu. We're gonna bring this home. Really did finish this game just in this stream. Yeah. Star Wars isn't gonna end up in a good place at Disney. Oh, definitely not. Definitely not. But yeah, that's gonna be all from me. Thank you once again for tuning in. Happy birthday to the Blue Rat. Hopefully you once again may your quills ever be blue. And I'll see you whenever I see you for more Deltarune. So yeah, take care. Bye for now.